Hello, wonderful humans of the Boner Police podcast community. Welcome back again to this week's episode with Karl, Mr. Karl Kessler, to be in fact. He is one of my good friends, and more recently, kind of been getting back, talking to him some more, hanging out with him a lot more than we used to. Ever since he kind of stopped working with me, we kind of stopped talking a lot. Now all he does is send me Instagram memes from blocked Instagram accounts. We'll get into that later, but make sure you guys listen intently. This is a little bit longer of a podcast than normal. If I do believe it is like three hours, I want to say. I don't know, something like that, somewhere around that. Which is like 3 times as long as the normal ones. Like, what the fuck, Hudson? Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, calm down, man. I know. Just thought I'd treat your ear canals with some beautiful whispers of greatness from me and your best friend Karl. Anyways, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys listen very, very hard to the sound of my voice for the next 3 fucking hours, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, who let me go on this long? Who let me have like a platform to do this shit on? I'm just like some kid sitting in my fucking room talking to idiots all day. I need to get outside and do some shit. Fuck, that sucks, man. Well, I guess I'll just let you guys go listen to me and Karl. Anyways, let's get into it. Boner Please podcast. Here we go.
He's like the bridge between the two.
Yeah, well, welcome back to the Boner Please podcast. This week, I don't know if I'm posting these every week or not, but I think I say that every time as well. I don't know if I'm posting these every week or whenever.
Trick yourself into believing it.
Yeah, once I start fucking believing that I want to post them every week, and I'll start doing it. I tried to do it for the last one, but I was one day off, so it ended up being like 8 days after the last one.
Oh, that was the one that you wanted the second one, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it was one with my friend Zach. The last one that was posted. No, I guess the most recent one that's posted before this one. But yeah, anyways, I'm here with my friend Karl.
Yeah,
Karl. Last name is Kessler, right?
Kessler, yeah.
Karl Kessler.
Guess my middle initial. My first name, Karl, starts with a K, like the llama.
Yeah, he can hear it when you say with a C, dude.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's real.
Give it a gander right now.
When people go, Karl, you're like, C.
It's a C.
It's a C.
Nigga. Don't say it wrong.
Oh.
I hear that shit.
I hear it. People are like, this is my homie Karl.
Yeah.
And he's like, C. It's obviously
I think that's probably, wasn't that like the first thing I told you when like we first met?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know it's like on your Instagram or something.
Oh.
That's how I remember it. I looked at it like recently just to see. I don't remember. I was like, maybe did he post something that I missed or something? Or no, you sent me something on Instagram and I clicked your profile on accident.
Yeah.
I just went there and I was like, has this always been here? Has it always said this?
I forgot. I think before that it was like the earth is a donut or something, like not flat. I was just being stupid. I definitely use that on Tinder though. Probably doesn't work whatsoever, but
on Tinder?
Yeah.
You say, I can hear it when you call me with a C?
Yeah. That one line you gave me though was really funny. Out here looking for relatives. That was so good, dude.
I said that?
Yeah. You and Andrew were talking about it. You're like, oh, Karl would have like a really sick line if you said this. Talking shit about me.
Gotta be funny if you got some pussy off of that. You're looking for relatives.
Yo, okay. I don't know if I want to re-download it, but you remember those toilet pictures I take?
Yeah.
My girlfriend now thinks that's the reason why she swiped that in my hair.
Yes.
I was like, yes. She's like, that means he definitely has a sense of humor. And I was like, no, I'm just a fucking bro.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna mute this one until, or actually, will you just push the red button on that one?
Yeah.
Until it blinks. Okay, we should be checking that. Just so it's not like echoing out of that one when we're not even talking.
Corona.
Corona.
Oh my god, dude. People are freaking out about this stuff. It's like, lay off. My dad doesn't understand. I was trying to explain it to him today. Like, you can get corona, you cannot die. He's like, yeah.
You can get corona and not die, Dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, really?
Yeah. And he's like, well,
no cap?
Dad asked his first thought. I was like, why are we still wearing these stupid masks then? I was like, fuck do I know?
Yeah, it's like the mask is just to help you from spreading it to other people.
Yeah.
So it's like if you see someone without a mask, you're just like, dick. You ass.
Nah, I don't wear the mask. I don't give a fuck.
I wear it, but just like when I'm going to somewhere that requires it.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I go to Chipotle like I did, they're like, we require a mask. I'm like,
I went
okay.
fine without it last night without it.
Just the one I was at over here. It was just like,
Dude, you're getting food. Come on, like you need that to eat.
I know. You gotta take it off.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's like when you're talking to me, put a mask on. But when you go sit down and eat your food, fucking take it off. I don't care.
It's such a process. Like you want to go to the bathroom, put that shit back on. Otherwise, it's a fine. You're gonna kick me out? What? You're telling me I can't eat your food anymore? I can't sit here
because I don't have a mask on. Fuck.
What's the worst you're gonna do?
Okay. Well, this is a question I've been asking to everyone.
Hit me with it.
What's the largest animal you think you could beat up with your 2 hands?
Oh, okay. Like any animal?
Any animal.
Including humans?
The biggest one that you could kill with your hands. Maybe, I don't think including humans.
Okay. I feel like
my ex-wife.
Some human. Who?
Yeah, my ex-wife.
I don't know what you're talking about. Goddamn. I don't know. I feel like I could probably come out pretty scathed, but still live if I fought like some like cat from the Sahara. Maybe not a lion.
Maybe like a bobcat.
Yeah.
I was thinking bobcat, like realistically bobcat, but jokingly ostrich.
Dude, I saw an emu the other day.
Those things are fucking weird, dude.
It fucking like sleeping.
They're like the retarded cousin of the ostrich. The one that they don't like, that like sleeps in underneath the stairs, like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
that
Dude,
one.
I saw a small one, and that's like this thing could probably just like sit on half of this table, and it would just be perched here, like long as fuck, just whatever emus do. I don't know.
Yeah, those things are fucking weird.
I don't know how the Australians lost them. Riddle me that. I'm like, I could punt this thing so easy. I just like, bah, you know.
They're just like a medium-sized ostrich.
Yeah. Oh, I guess
without as long of a neck.
Aren't ostriches like taller than like humans?
Yeah, they're really long. Their neck's probably like, I don't know, pretty fucking long.
Yeah, they could definitely like snipe your like try to like clip your nose or eye.
Yeah, but my theory was like, they got so much neck, you could just fucking choke that bitch out.
But no, they got legs, dude.
They got neck though. They got neck for days.
And legs.
Yeah, hop on the bitch. I'll hop on that bitch.
Dude, right.
You ever seen ostrich riders?
Yeah.
You just hop on that bitch. Start choking that shit.
Starts like running fast as fuck. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's running fast as fuck and slowly stops as it loses air.
What are you just watching fucking animals get choked out?
Me and Andrew were talking about that the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we were talking about that question because I keep bringing it up.
Oh, facts.
And he like changes it every time, so I think it's funny to ask him.
Dude, okay, in all honesty, I think it would be sick as fuck to fight a bear if I knew that I could win.
like a small, like a baby bear.
Like a bear that, like, if someone looked at it, I killed it, they'd be like, wow, that's kind of impressive. So, like, maybe something like 3 times bigger than me. No bigger than that.
Yeah, but, like, not a full-grown one.
Yeah, probably not. No, because those things are, like, those are 8 times bigger.
Koala bear.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I fought a bear, bitch.
I fought a bear. You just take away the koala's food and
tickled
it
it, like,
die.
off the tree. Just, like, fell on his head.
God, those things are weird looking. You ever seen one?
Koalas?
Yeah.
They have really weird habits. I remember, like, I watched a documentary on them. I was like, what? Like,
yeah, it was like they only eat eucalyptus or something like that, and if they don't, they die. Like, that's it. They don't. They're like that's all they do is they just kill. Like they just eat this one plant.
Isn't like eucalyptus like a really like contagious tree though, like poisonous, like
I think so.
Invasive.
I want to say yes, but I'm dumb, so
Facts.
I don't know. Facts. All right. Okay.
I mean, you said it. Don't Yo, we need a little cheers. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Fuck yeah.
For rekindling or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I got a new skateboard. This is gonna be sick as fuck. We're gonna go skating after this. and I still can't do an ollie, but
I finally got able to do big ollies, like over things.
what?
Well, I can't. It's even hard to describe.
Do it over this table.
Yeah, I could.
On God.
Well, like if I was rolling at it, you mean like just over the whole thing? No,
Yeah.
fuck that. Can't go that high. But I might be able to get on top of it on a good day.
That's pretty good.
But like at the skate park, there's this ramp that goes down, and what they're called is pyramids. So it's like up, flat, and then down, and it's like I don't know. It's probably like the length of this table.
Yeah.
But
It's like the one at Freestone where like it's that like when you roll down.
Yeah, you
the one
roll
ramp.
down and there's that. I can ollie the whole thing now.
Whoa.
Like from slope to slope, so I can go over the flat part now.
That's right.
And then there's like this thing. It's called a Twinkie. You don't know why it's called a Twinkie, but it's just like really small version of that. But I can just ollie the whole thing, or just like up and back into transition. It just feels like it's one of the funnest things to do, dude.
It looks so clean.
That and like airing out of stuff.
Oh,
is
we got a visitor.
Hey.
What's good?
Hello.
Special guest.
Welcome, welcome.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
If you want one, they're in the fridge.
Oh,
You know, you
Five.
you know. I mean, we're not gonna like get shit faced,
I
but
mean, yeah, good point, but I have really low tolerance.
Fair.
Anyways, that's never too.
it's never too early for that. Do you want to hit the hit the button on the microphone, the little red one that's blinking? It should go solid.
Ooh.
Shit, we're chilling now. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I hit that thing. Too much. I was like, I don't feel this at all, and then I was like, oh fuck, I made a mistake. I made a large mistake.
Partake, brother.
Do I have to hit a button on this thing or no?
No, you just suck. It is a magnet though, so like sometimes you gotta like fuck with it.
God damn.
Got chips and everything. Got gum now. Wow, really.
That's not gum. That's
We got
just,
grits.
this is just the
Yeah,
pens.
Grits.
Yo, dude.
Grips.
Grips.
Grips. If you know what grips are, you know.
You know what?
We're out of the Cheez-It ones. I ate all of those when I was
I actually really like the blue one.
I was kind of big when I was eating the Cheez-It ones.
Mighty tiny.
Mighty tiny.
It is mighty, but he's tiny.
I don't think you can like eat one of these without doing a trick.
Without like
No, see that's illegal. You can't do that.
without like the
Yeah, you pop it, fucking bouncing off the corner. Of the
I remember these things from baseball when I was like in little league. After the baseball game, all the moms would be like, "Our turn to give snacks," and then they give us snacks, and it's either like Rice Krispie treats or Grips or like fruit snacks and a Capri Sun. That's why I have a good relationship with Capri Suns. Is honestly from like all the nice moms like giving us snacks after baseball games.
I can't relate.
Can't
Wish
relate.
I could. I remember my brother having to like get snacks, and then my grandma would be like, "Let's just get a bunch of grapes." And I'm like, "Why do you want these kids to hate themselves? Like hate their life?"
Why do you want these kids to hate you, Grandma?
These fucking boomers.
If you want to adjust that at all, so it can be like in front of your mouth hole.
Oh no. There. Yeah. No.
That like
It kind of leaves.
that like little knob on the side away from you on the top. Yeah, that will loosen it so you can push the rod forward, and it'll. Yeah.
Nice.
Except if when you turn it, it's just gonna hit the camera. So
I won't. It's right here.
you can
It's
lift it up a
comfy.
little bit so it can be in your mouth. But
I've always had a problem like recording music, or just like things in general, like being away from like a mic. Like I have to like stay close to it. And, I just like moving around.
you're one of the better ones so far. I mean,
Really?
most people just like sit back here.
Yeah.
Like Andrew, first time he was like this the whole time. It was kind of annoying, honestly. I was like sitting there looking at Andrew. I was like, "What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? If you're listening to this, Andrew, fuck you.
Fuck you, Andrew.
Fight me when I see you next.
Fight all of us. Come to the skate park. We'll scrap tonight.
We'll scrap tonight.
That would
Even
be
though
so
this is going
fun
up.
That'd be funny.
to see a fight at the skate
You
park.
remember Ice Cold Coke?
Yeah.
I was telling you about. There was this
Yeah.
kid at the skate park. He's the nicotine plug for all the kids that can't buy nicotine because they're too young. And apparently he got into like a fight with someone. His name is Ice Cold Coke because like one time he came to the skate park with like a backpack full of ice cold Cokes, and he's just like, you want an ice cold Coke, bro? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want an ice cold Coke, dude. It's hot out here. Give me an ice cold Coke. It's still fucking freezing. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. And then and I was like, all right. And so I just always called him that. I think his name is like Levi or something like that, but I just call him Ice Cold Coke. Everyone knows that's why. That's who he is.
He's got like the junior high version of like drink and smoke.
He's like the if you didn't know any better, he looks like the guy that's like from here but is like Texan or something like that. You would think he's from Texas or something.
That's why
He wears like the backwards hat with like some camouflage or something like that, and like,
So, like,
always
little
wears
redneck.
blue jeans and like
Yeah.
either like a plaid something or whatever. Always has his backpack on.
Is he a skater or is he a scooter kid?
He's a scooter kid. I mean, he has a scooter, but I've never seen him do a trick. Never seen him go down a ramp. He only comes to give people nicotine and just talk.
Wow.
Weird as
Okay.
shit, dude. I don't know. I
I've
feel
yet
like you
to
could
meet him.
there'd be just better things to do, but I've never seen him do a trick
He's like
ever.
like one person from an RPG, like
Yeah, he's just
like-
there.
randomly.
Like if you go to the skate park, he will be there. Like when everyone else is just like showing up, maybe around like 5 or 6, he will be there. I don't think I've gone there and him not be there. I mean, watch us go like later and just him not be there, but and I'd be
Well, that's
a
all, like-
fucking liar. But
I've gone a couple times, but you were either busy skating and I forget to ask which one he is, or I've just never been offered nicotine. The only like genuine experience I've had, thank you, was that guy when he had the weed and we all smoked, and I was like, if this is gonna happen, I gotta come more. Like,
I was fucking. That's Eric.
yeah, Eric,
Or no, that was
no, what was his name?
that was the one armed guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah.
Think of his name.
Darian.
That's not who he is.
Darian. I want to talk to him. I want to get him on the podcast.
He seems.
Darian
really
is like a really good skater. I think his Instagram. What is it? Fuck, I can't remember his Instagram. I'll pull it up while we're talking about something. But he's fucking so good at skateboarding, dude. He was just in California on like a trip with some of his friends, with my friend Eric and this other guy's name is Tim. But fuck, what is his name?
When did you start skating?
I just bought my skateboard actually.
Marlon Anderson. Marlon underscore and AANDEERSON. Marlon Anderson on Instagram.
Okay, send that to me.
He's so good, dude.
I need to follow more skaters.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of like
Yeah,
my
I'll just-
TikTok is
I'll
just,
just
like, people
share.
doing dope shit, and a lot of it is people doing skating now.
Smart.
Yeah, I'll just share
Just
you.
like so graceful. They're just like fucking it up on the.
Well, I
side.
follow everyone on
This
like
one,
Barracks and
I sent
Thrasher,
I sent it
but-
to both of you. Sometimes I find a Barracks post that I haven't liked yet. My little sister's liked it before I have, and I'm like, this is
You put her on.
a little weird. I got my little sister a skateboard for her birthday. She's probably gonna be listening to this. Hello, little sister.
Hello. I hope I meet you someday.
The one that's like taller than.
No,
us.
that's my little sister.
Oh, okay.
She's like 15, I think. She just turned 15. I got her I helped my mom get a skateboard for her birthday because I guess that's what she wanted.
Nice.
And then we went to the skate park. And so I guess she what did she get? She got what type of board did she get? Fuck, I don't remember.
wood.
But we were like looking at the complete boards,
Yeah.
so we didn't have to like buy all the parts and put it together. But I want to say she just like got like a zero board, but I can't remember.
I need to start skating. I need to start skating, but I don't want to buy a board.
I have an
until-
extra. Like if you
An extra
want to like
board?
ride,
Yeah.
like just to feel it out, I have an extra one.
But I
Come to skate.
I need
We're
to
going
try.
tonight.
Yeah, I need to try. But there is always busy. Like it's gonna be busy right now. You think? Like in
Yeah,
like
it'll
an
probably
hour?
be busy when we go,
Yeah,
but
after a
there's
while.
always a spot in a skate park that you can like stand there and no one will fucking care.
Okay, perfect.
There's
So-
literally always that one spot where like the kids that are insecure, like and they go to the skate park, and then they're insecure about their skills.
Andrew.
Andrew does that shit. Andrew does that shit. When I took him to the skate park, he just like would stand in one spot near the gate or something like that, and he would just practice ollies. But there's like always that one spot where you can just ride back and forth up like, or just like stand and try a trick or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like no one's gonna care.
I brought a longboard in there. Apparently, people don't like that, but I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I thought you rolled up yesterday when I was at the skate park.
Oh, really?
I showed up for like the last 30 minutes, and there's like this dude rolled up. At just a glance, I thought it was you, but then I looked like for like 2 more seconds, and I realized it wasn't you. But there was like 2 chicks following him. They both had longboards, and I was like, "Dude, is that Karl? Like, what the fuck? You didn't say anything. Why, I didn't know he was coming."
That would have been sick.
But I think people do that so often. They come in, and then they just leave. They come in, they like take a lap around, and then just leave.
It's always cool to see what's going on at the skate park.
Yeah, but they like bring things to ride, and then they just don't.
It's like a ticket inside. Like psychologically, they're like, I'm bored. I'm one of them.
Yeah, they'll let me come in. They'll let me come in. There's like skate park moms and dads are like a big thing too. The skate park mommies, like
Gilbert mommies.
Yeah, Gilbert mommies, Gilbert, Arizona mommies. If you know, you know.
Is that that's probably an Instagram page, like
skateboard
but
moms.
It's like moms, just moms, not mommies.
Skateboard moms.
Do they have a nickname? Just like Karens.
Karens, and
dude, I've
Becky's.
seen some like fucking funny shit. There's like one time there's these scooter kids, and there was like this like little skateboard dude that was just like getting in everyone's way. And so one time, and then finally, like some scooter kid was like, "Get the fuck out of the way, dude! Like you're fucking pissing everyone off! Like you fucking snake!"
Snake. Oh, when we went to the pump track, that happened too.
Yeah, I got hit by a biker there, dude.
Oh my god, dude. That crash was insane. They straight on just like collided like in midair. Like the bike like flung around. Like the handlebars caught like.
The handlebar like
side.
caught me like in the thigh, like super hard. And then I fucking fell on the ground. He fucking fell on the ground. Probably way worse than I did because I was just skateboarding. He had a bike under him. Yeah. But like,
he was going fast as fuck. That was the thing.
Yeah, that was the problem. Is he was going Mach 5 around the skate park.
Damn.
And then he calls us a snake. Like, no, we're.
Yeah. Then he was like pissed off afterwards. I was like, "You're going as fast as possible around this thing, and you're expecting no one to be there."
Also important to note, we did switch the rotation on the track, and like everybody knew that, and he purposely like went the wrong way.
Yeah,
like, I was following behind Hudson.
So the track is like
right
a big
in front of
circle with like humps that you go up and down and you pump, so you go faster. And there's like arrows on the track that like show you which way to go, and then everyone would kind of go that way. But when we showed up, we kind of went the other way, and then everyone just kind of followed us. And then he just fucking was like fucking going as fast as he could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, this little kid, he like went and told his mom that like the kid.
Yeah.
Like kid yelled at him or something.
He looked like a cunt too. Like he had white tee with like a fucking like
it was like
brand label.
he had like a wife beater or something on or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And then he had like gray pants and like nice ass kicks, and then his bike was like all purple and uniform to his like fit.
Wow.
Like he did that on purpose.
And he had like a white helmet on, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's fucking
bitch-ass.
fucking pleb. But like this kid's mom was like standing at the gate, hands like through the links in the chain, and was like, "Who the fuck told my kid to like shut the fuck up?" or something like that. And I was like, "Dude, this is the best shit ever." She was like, "I'm gonna call the cops," and we're like, "Please call the cops! Please call the cops! They'll tell you to get the fuck out of the skate park." I have never like had a mom actually call the cops like at the skate park and then show up.
Well, I feel like if you hear that as a cop, like, unless you're really bored, but even then, like, you would miss out on, like, any good shit happening out there, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to go chill. I mean, well...
Any real shit, yeah.
Yeah, but
Cops
those...
probably are afraid to show up to skate parks.
Yeah.
It's not like...
No one wants
It's not like we're even breaking the law.
Exactly.
We didn't hit the kid. No one... I was part of them. No. It's not like the kids, like, really did anything. They just told him to, like, move.
Well, I mean, they would probably just tell him to handle it civilly.
To, like, stop, like, don't be a dick about it or something like that.
just be, smart.
Don't swear at the kid.
Yeah,
it's not like the sign that says, like, don't swear.
It's like
Or
no
don't
one
say
pushed
bad
him.
words.
No one beat him up. Even though it was
like,
deserved.
Fucking,
No fun zone.
Like, no fun zone. Yeah, Karen, like, stay away from the skate park, dude. Just drop your kid off like everyone else and then go home.
Go sit around the corner, but put the binoculars down. Like, leave those at home.
Leave those at home. And put your phone down. Like, please don't record everyone. Oh, there's also the moms that will walk in with their phones and like stand on the top of the ramps and like film their kid as the kid like rides down the ramp and then like almost eats shit at the end of the ramp, but like keeps riding. And they're like, "Yeah, like good job, you got it." And I'm sitting like, "Please fucking move." God damn it, move. I don't want to be like, "Get the fuck out of the way, stop filming your little kid. It's cute, but like fucking stop."
Like
when
all
are
the
you
other-
gonna use this video? You're gonna post it on Facebook, and then like that's it.
Like, kids nowadays are gonna be able to like go and like just look at their mom's phone and slide up to the top of the camera roll and like see baby videos of them. That's so weird to me.
Yeah, or like go to their Facebook page.
I've done that.
Yeah, for us, like memes.
Have you ever seen your mom's nudes?
No, I
Have
don't.
you ever
I don't
seen your
want
mom's
to.
nudes? Yeah, traumatizing. Let me tell
Well,
you.
I like to hope that she doesn't.
Yeah.
That she just doesn't
Yeah, but
take
she's
them.
also been single for a while.
Yeah, Mom, you have been single for a while. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it only means two things. How? No, I'm not calling your mama how. Or, I don't know. Sometimes I think, I'm like, if I'm divorced at, like, 40, which I don't want to be, but, like, would I be that, like, divorced mom that, like, reads books and shit, or am I going to be on Tinder? Like,
For those older ladies out there listening to the Boner Police podcast, check out Hinge. There's a lot of older folk on there. You can get some good matches there.
have you
A lot of really
signed
average,
up?
like lower than average people on there. No offense to those people.
There has to be something
Why
for
have you
everybody.
been on there?
Oh yes, I've had my fishing hooks out everywhere.
See, I was too, like...
Carl's out there trying to lay pipe, dude.
No, I have a girlfriend now.
I asked people, I was like, how do I meet people out here? And they're like, just download Tinder. I'm like,
Do Bumble. I tell everybody this, like,
for friends?
Yeah,
on, like, for real.
Bumble has like a section for friends.
Oh, shit.
They have
And
like
business.
business, friends, and then dating, like sections.
Huh.
And when I started on the app, I accidentally was in the friends section, and so like a bunch of dudes were like hitting me up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Did I miss my settings or something?" And then I was like, "They're like, yo, I think something in my profile was like I skate and I like do YouTube videos and shit like that." And then a bunch of dudes were like, "Yo, like I edit videos and shit. Like, we should do something." And I was like, "This is kind of gay." Like, I don't know anything about gay people, but like, I'm not gay.
It's like those guys who like join like a rock band. Like they're out there just trying to find other people who want to start a band. Same shit.
They're on
See, that's
Bumble
where I
for
would
friends.
go. Like, damn, I need a drummer and a bass.
Do that, absolutely.
Dude, Carl plays bass.
The best.
Oh, what?
Dude, Carl plays bass.
You play bass?
I do
I
play
feel.
bass.
Did we have this conversation? I feel maybe I don't. No, I don't think so.
I told you.
Oh.
I've told you about like
You've
Carl
told
plays
me,
music
but I
and
didn't
stuff.
know it was like you. I didn't remember the name. I just knew you knew someone. 'Cause everyone usually knows someone. So nice to meet you.
Well, so yeah. What's up? What do you do?
I like jazz.
You like jazz? Sweet. I do jazz.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like jazz and I don't know. Like I've been wanting to get more into EDM. This donut lady today said I look like Alice in Wonderland. I guess she's like an artist. Yeah, I never heard of her. Anyways, so yeah,
She's
definitely
really
want
good.
to. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I like her music a lot.
But yeah, I need a. I've only made one, and like I love it, but I want a Skrillex drop. Like I want something behind my voice.
Something huge.
I want people to mix my music. I want to be on Molly at Decadence, like
Facts.
jamming to my own shit.
Yeah.
No, I'd be up on stage, I guess.
No, we were talking about that at the swim party. Like, I definitely want to get into like raving and shit. Like, I dig that music, and I'll definitely like I don't know, cause I go to ASU for classical bass, but like I think have like a musical ear now, cause like my professor is like, not to flex or anything, make this short, but he's like world's like best bass soloists, and like he's doing like. If you guys want to look it up, Paganini's 24th Caprice, look it up, Catalin Otero playing on bass, and then you can look up Rachel Barton-Pine doing it. That shit is insane. But he like makes you like listen to things like differently. So
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
nice.
we could
I
definitely.
like
He's
those
like, hear that
instructors.
one part right here, like this note. Yeah, he didn't do that on purpose. And you're like, what the fuck? That sounds so good.
Yeah, dude, he's got some like sorcery.
You're like, he's like, I read the music. It doesn't have anywhere where this note happens, but it makes it so much better, and that's because he's a good bassist. And you're like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, dude, I've turned fuck ups into good things. That's all that jazz is. You
I
might
mean,
know it.
exactly. Yeah, you just do whatever you want. You can sing no words for like
Yeah.
30 seconds. Nobody cares.
If you like pull it off, and everyone's like, God damn, that hit's good.
Yeah. I want to be sipping coffee. Well, that's why I'm like, if my first album's name's gonna be Coffee Break, like it's gotta be jazz. Like I just gotta start there, and then after that, like I can, of course,
That
look
sounds
like.
like a lofi album, to be honest. You
Yeah.
can do that.
And then like a Joan Jett vibe, because
Ooh.
everyone says I look like her. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess.
Do you know
cool.
Joan Jett?
Yeah, I've seen pictures, but like
She's got some rap music.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about this like genre.
Really?
I got really into jazz, like just listening to like the, I don't know, like the fucking
Bow, wow.
fucking stand up bass,
Yeah.
and just like I don't know, like no words, just like real
It's
jazzy.
usually, yeah.
But like a lot of old stuff. because like that's just what I was vibing with at that time. I honestly think I was watching like an anime or something, and there was like a bunch of jazz in it.
Cowboy
got me
Bebop.
really into jazz, and so I just started listening to it for like forever.
Yeah.
For like a long time when I was working at Fry's still, like when I just started, I was getting into jazz stuff, and so I just sit there and just like, just feeling it. But that's all I know. I don't even know artists. I just like know songs.
Yeah, that's sick.
Well, for the longest time, I hated jazz. Like, absolutely. I got in an elevator and I like heard it and I was like, F this.
Your day was just ruined.
Yeah, and I'm like, why would anyone ever listen to jazz? And then I heard Albert Collins. I was like, damn. Yeah, definitely look him up. He is, gosh, wow. But then Etta James and like the whole 40s vibe, definitely want to go down that.
She's old school. She's new jazz. Like
Yeah.
I got you.
So, anyways, definitely will happen in the future. I mean, I plug my shit every time, so I guess if I'm ever famous someday.
Okay, so real quick shout out to bring back this dead ass meme. You guys remember on the news that guy that was on the freeway playing saxophone? His name was like Freeway Sax Guy. Like he was just like on the side of the 60, like on the way to Scottsdale. Or whatever the fuck that is.
Freeway sax guy.
Yeah. So that's my buddy Antonio Nego. I think you.
Yeah, Tono, dude.
Yeah, Tono.
He was freeway sax guy.
He's freeway sax guy. He ran with that shit for 2 weeks. Sorry if you're gonna hear this, Tono, but like you kind of did drag it out because he was doing interviews like almost every other day or some shit. And he like even changed his like Twitter handle.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, like I crashed. Like his car broke down like when he was driving home from school, and he was just like, well, I guess I might as well practice while waiting for AAA. So he just went out and like on the side of the road just practiced towards the cars. And, like there's like an ADOT video of him just like playing.
Wow.
I guess that's one way to pop off.
Yeah, definitely.
Get your name out there. Be fucking freeway sax guy.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up after this. I didn't know that was him. I was talking to his brother. Yeah.
Cisco?
Cisco, or yesterday or the day before. We were playing video games. But man, I love both those guys. Those guys are fucking funny.
They're so funny.
Those are some of the funniest dudes that like I could play video games with. Any times that like one of them will, again, I guess I don't really talk to Tono too much. It's usually him coming along with Cisco. But like anytime that Cisco hits me up, I'm just like, fuck yeah, like we're playing some fun games tonight. Because I guess he understands like my fucking jokes and like the way that I play video games isn't to like win. It's just to like fucking have fun.
Tono invited me and my buddy Colton over to his like beach house or whatever in Newport for like one summer. We spent a week with him, and he brought like his fiance like the other time, like the next summer that we went, and like he's just straight up like a homie.
Dude.
Like I feel
Nice guy.
even as like his girlfriend, like she didn't like talk that much, but like she was still chill.
Girlfriends out here not talking much. It's a thing.
Yeah, you guys need to speak up. Just like a general like PSA for everyone. Don't leave us hanging. We can't do all like the talking first.
Well, I wonder if it's just because like jealousy is popular, and so everyone thinks like, I don't know, like thinks that more of just your homies like talking to your homies. But once you start talking to their homies and they like that you all get along, like it makes it so much better.
Yeah.
So
and you're all homies.
quit it being
That's what
insecure.
And you got a group of homies, and not just one homie that has a friend.
Exactly.
You know, just like a piece of meat that they like make love to.
A piece of meat.
No, she's fun for
I kind of feel that way for one of my friends, like my friend Hayden. I like him and everything, but like he got married and moved to Utah, and I went and visited him,
rip.
and like I went to his house and like we were hanging out. I was helping build a computer there, and like his wife, her name is Taryn, and like I don't know anything about her. I think I've had like 2 conversations with her ever,
Just came out of
and
nowhere.
like I was his best man at his wedding.
Interesting.
Who the hell is this bitch? Hello? You gotta go through the homies.
Yeah, I
At
was like,
least-
what the fuck?
At least when you're, because you have a bachelor's party and a bachelorette, but do you have something all together?
I don't think
Is
so.
there a thing? No.
No,
Maybe
like
just the
they
wedding, I
dated
guess,
in like
and
high
then-
school, like dated because they're Mormon. So it
Okay.
wasn't like
Sorry. Yeah.
no one said that they were dating, but they knew. Everyone knew because it's not like they don't like the way that it is, where like they don't allow you to like date until
serious
like
date
like
until
one on
after
one
you're
until
16.
after your mission.
Oh well, that too.
Like one-on-one dating.
It's
like,
bad if you
like
have a
a
serious
girlfriend
girlfriend, yeah.
until you come back, really. But like after you're 16, then everyone's like chill with you going on like double dates and group dates and shit like that, which is fucking annoying because it
double
doesn't even
dates?
feel like a date. It just feels like you hanging out with some people that you don't know.
Exactly.
But once he came back, like he like a week or two later, like he was engaged.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what
That's a
the
lot of
fuck? You didn't
letters.
even wait, dude?
That's a lot of letters.
All right, riddle me this. When would you get married? Like ideally,
Like how long after dating like someone, or like
just like
age-wise?
like your life, like right now. If you like met some chick
Ideally.
randomly or went through a couple, when would you like actually settle down?
maybe like I could see like 25, 26.
I was just
Like-
like 28.
Yeah.
Like mid late 20s.
Yeah.
I could see like having a steady girlfriend,
Yeah.
possibly getting married around then, depending on how long I had a girlfriend for,
That-
and like
yeah,
how our
that too.
vibe, I guess.
Yeah, because I'd say like I don't know, year mark that's good, but like 2 years okay, and then 3 years it's like all right. But I mean, I could date someone forever as far as like taxes go. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
We're married,
relationships
right?
out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we're like married,
Yeah.
but we're not married.
Well, you know those
it's just
couples
taxes
that,
are
like,
easier this way.
They have dogs, they have a house together, like they have all this, and they're like, yeah, we've been dating for 16 years. I'm like, okay, so
We just don't want
you got
to,
like a ring or something.
it's like we're just afraid of commitment. Like,
I mean,
Really,
yeah,
yeah.
there is that. Gosh, yeah, no, 28. I feel like. Well, when's an ideal age to have kids? How long do you want? How about this? How long do you want to be married before you have kids?
I think it would depend. Like, so I'm picturing like having like end game type of job by then,
Yeah.
and like having my shit like figured out like plan wise, like like versus like how many like what I'm gonna be doing in my next few years, and so like I could see like getting married and then like just having kids after that, like just straight after, because I'd already know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like right now, if I just like had a wife and kid, like I would not know what the fuck I was doing,
No.
because I'm just like
I don't know what I'm doing. What am I gonna do?
like
for
I'm still
fucking
trying to
goalie?
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do.
Exactly.
I don't know what I want to do. I mean, this is fun. I like doing this. This would be fun to do. Maybe a radio show or something like that. But like, how am I supposed to do that? That's that kind of. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. For me, how am I supposed to tell some little kid how to live his life
Yeah.
or her
Fucking
life?
Have him be your best friend, your brother. He's your like minion.
Yeah.
He's gonna carry this bitch. Remember this.
I see that kind of shit. So I work at the grocery store, and like, I
All the
see
baby mamas.
I see like the really young moms that are like younger than me, like 18, 19, 20.
Dude, that shit is crazy in the deli. There's so many people.
Yeah, and then there's like their boyfriend or husband or something like that that's there because like he doesn't want to just be like, I got this chick pregnant and then leave.
Yeah.
He's like the one that like stuck around and didn't just leave.
Oh, I saw this tweet. It was like, if I got this girl pregnant and it was an accident, is it mine? Because it was just an accident. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, let's expand on this.
What considers an accident? If the kid is an accident and like you're not together, are you gonna stay? Like it was just out of the blue type thing, like out of the blue, like you're not together.
No, it's definitely still yours.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking-
Yeah.
You're not.
But I mean,
Comes out looking like you. It's your responsibility, dude. Come
but it's like sperm donating is such a like popular thing now. I saw this documentary about all these kids trying to like find their siblings and stuff because they all had sperm donor dads,
Oh, facts.
and like,
Okay.
whoa.
Wouldn't that be weird as fuck though? Being a sperm donor and then randomly some kid comes to your house.
Well, exactly. That's what it's like. Did they not think that far ahead? Like humans just naturally, instinctively want to know who their parents are, where they came from,
I
and
thought you were
like.
gonna say naturally and instinctively want to nut, and I was like, dude, yeah, am I right up top?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Give him the nut.
Well, yeah.
Anyways.
Very true. Yeah.
Anyways,
So I don't know.
meet the parents,
Sperm, would you be a sperm donor for the money?
Do you know how much you make off of that?
Is it a lot? No, I don't know.
You I think make like $500 per donation, and then you do that for like 3 months. Or I don't know. You make some retarded amount of money. It's
Yeah.
like you'll be set for like a little while. I forgot the number now because I'm too high. But
I'd do it. Why not?
I'd like my kid to be like my first one. Like I don't want like my fucking junk that I put into a Cairo freezer like, accidentally be the first.
Well, no one thinks about nutting in a room of just some magazines and like old 70s Pornhub with a small TV and like everything else is just white. Like that's all you have. I don't think I could do it. I don't know. Maybe if you for the money.
But you also
they suck
don't
the
nut.
eggs out for girls. You can donate.
Well,
eggs.
it's different for us. I'm saying if I had a dick, but like no, my friend she said she was gonna sell most of her eggs and like keep 3 or 4, and if she gets pregnant she does, and if she doesn't then she doesn't. I'm like that's solid.
How many do you have?
A lot.
Like a lot?
Like
Keep like 3 or 4?
Is it 1,000?
Keep like a handful of them?
Hundreds?
I don't
You'll
know.
definitely have like
few.
more left over before. Wait, no. Do you run out? I thought you like push them all out, like, cause that's what menopause is supposed to be.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it just falls.
Yeah. So they have plenty.
Plenty of
So
things.
But is it like nut where like it comes back? Or like
What do you mean?
you know like dudes nut and then we like make more nut, right?
Right, okay, yeah, so you're empty and you reload.
Yeah, you
re-up
shoot
on
the clip and then you reload.
I think so. Yeah, I think
I'm learning today.
it's like
Learning.
my
That's what your prostate checks are for. They're checking that's where your jizz is made, the eggs, no, the fucking semen.
Checking to see if I can still make nut.
well, it's
Yeah.
like some couples like my friend, her parents are like my grandparents' age, and like my aunt's husband is like 60 something. They just had a baby, so I don't think it ever really until you're like stop having sex for a long time. I think you'll start to not just I don't know. Blue balls has to stop at some point, right? Like any other kind of because that just stops it, right? So like blue balls stops, and so the urge stops too. Like I don't know how
No,
they
the urge
correlate.
definitely doesn't stop when you get blue balled.
No,
haven't-
blue balled is like you're going. You're like about to nut and then you don't.
Oh, it's
Like then you stop.
It's not like an off
Yeah,
button.
it's like
So you're like, oh,
Imagine
about to
yourself.
nut, and then they stop,
Oh.
and so you don't get that last bit.
Last.
You don't get that last part to push you over the edge.
like what the whole goal of what you've been trying to do for like the past however long.
Yeah,
is
for the
just
past 10 seconds. Everything I've been working for the past 10 seconds goes down the shitter once I stop.
Don't out anybody here. Do we take breaks? I low-key like want another beer.
You can go get another beer.
Just grab another beer. All right.
Yeah, you can just grab
taking
it.
a break.
I don't care.
Tagging you guys.
Tap out.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. So what else?
I actually have been writing questions. Yeah, will you grab me one?
I'll have a water. Yeah.
Oh, I have mine right here.
There's waters in there if you want to grab one.
Sweet, okay.
But I'll come back
But-
to one too.
But yeah, I was listening to like this podcast. You know who Philip DeFranco is? But
No.
he's like a YouTuber. It's like a really old YouTuber. He does like news stuff. But I've been listening to his podcast, and he has like this game that he has. It's like a card game almost, but it's just like questions. It's like questions for like your friends, and then questions for like your relationship people. Funny shit. Exhaling when you only have one nostril is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I just saw you breathe out, and it was just like, yeah, out of only the left one. It's like a retarded dragon.
Retarded dragon. Aw.
Thank you.
It's a superpower. It's my
It's a superpower. But
Does he have like a list of questions?
he was
What
like
is it?
asking me some questions, and I was writing some down.
Yes, what are they?
that were really good. Just like this isn't one of the questions, but I wrote this down and I just remembered. You know, like the sour gummy worms. You know, like the blue and the red one.
Yeah.
What flavor is that?
A raspberry? Well, I mean, I'd have to eat it right now to really, really know, but I know it's not grape. It's not strawberry.
It's grape.
It's grape?
It's grape.
Really?
It's blue.
Yeah,
And
but
it's grape.
it's
Oh,
blue
because
and
blue
red.
and
It's
red.
strawberry.
purple.
It's strawberry and grape. Those are the two flavors on the red and blue
I
gummy
just-
worm. What the fuck?
Really? I don't
The
really
package.
like grape.
It's not even that they got the color like weird. It's supposed to be purple, but it's blue. No, on the package, like it even shows like blue and red, like clearly blue and red, and then it's like grape and strawberry, and you're like, what the fuck? Like blue doesn't mean grape.
Yeah.
Grapes aren't blue.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, they make purple. When you put them in a blender, they
Yeah.
make purple, but they look interesting. Yeah,
It
no,
could be
that's
like some like meta thing. Like none of us realize that. Maybe they're like fucking with us.
probably.
Smart candy.
Yep. Yep. The sour is
That definitely is the coolest looking one though. It's like that cool
well,
neon.
I always
vibe.
look for that one. I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones.
Yeah. I don't,
And that's like
I don't
every
know.
time I eat one, I'm thinking about it now.
Why is the green and yellow not as appealing?
I like the green and yellow.
I mean, I do.
Or no,
too,
it's like
but
green and
just like-
orange.
you don't. Oh, that's why I don't like it. Yeah, those
I don't
colors
know, I'm like
are alright.
weirdly like
together,
kind of
but-
colorblind, kind of not.
Oh,
I
okay.
honestly don't know anymore, but
what color is this?
I think I have a hard time with like oranges and reds, not gonna lie.
So,
Cuz
this.
like some like I know that's a red,
Okay.
Is it too vibrant?
but it's like
not see?
kind of dull almost. Like like my family knows, like I'm not colorblind,
Yeah.
but like I'm like growing up, I kind of feel like I am a little bit because people would be like, "This color is so like so nice and like vibrant," and I'm like, "It's that vibrant? I don't know."
See, I
Jake Paul,
wonder.
how does this look?
Like my,
Look at this.
I don't. This is like like a darker pink, I would say. I don't know.
This looks pink?
Something
well,
like
when
that.
you're
Wait,
chirping,
Like a dark
colors are a lot more vibrant, and I wonder if that would affect your eyes
help?
that way. Yeah,
Dude,
I
that'd
mean,
be
I
so
don't know,
cool.
maybe just everything else
Look at
but
paintings
reds
and
are gonna
shit.
be, yeah,
Huh.
something like that.
One of the guys, so I know this guy off of Omegle. I met him on Omegle, and we just like talked for like 2 hours about like Twitch, like live streaming, like drama shit that was going on. And he was like, "I want to start a podcast and like just talk to you about this shit. That'd be fun." And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Does he live here?
No, he lives in like fucking middle U.S. area.
Oh, wow,
I think he lives in like Michigan or somewhere
Like I said,
over there.
Middle East.
Could you? Yeah, same. Could you Skype a podcast? Could you like do? A
So
Zoom
I've gone
thing,
on his
or-
podcast. He started
Oh.
one,
Oh,
and
was
he
that
had
the
me.
one you did like a month ago.
Yeah, like a couple months ago.
Did you
Anyways,
wanna
he
get
just
her into the shot by any chance? I didn't want it.
Yeah, I guess if I let's just for the microphone. I don't want it to hear. Maybe if I.
You just gotta like scoot over.
If you
Come
want,
here.
you can just turn the camera a little
This?
bit.
Oh, bet.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah. I've been looking at it for a while.
I forget that the computer is kind of like right there behind, like where you're sitting, so you can't really scoot in very far.
Nice. There you go.
Head.
But anyways,
good side
this
profile.
guy, I went on his podcast. I don't want to talk shit on his podcast, but there's like 10 people or something like that on this thing, like 8 or 9 or 10 people that
So
were
what did
on
you
there
all talk about
at once.
Yeah.
And he would just like ask one question, and everyone would like go through like answering it pretty much.
That takes a while.
And it was like really almost not boring, but like it could be done better.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
almost like when the teacher is like, "All right, we're gonna go around the room," and
Yeah, but he just asked me. He said, "A podcast?" Question mark. Like he wants me to come on because he does on Fridays.
Answer a fucking series of questions.
Yeah, and just come on
In a
and
row.
just be there. And when I was on, dude, I was the funniest person there. I was expecting to be a bunch of like memers and jokers. No, it's like 2 girls that are like using their phone to like be on the Discord call, and then like one other dude that has like a decent setup with like an actual mic, and then like 4 dudes that are using laptop microphones that he met on Omegle. But like,
I mean, the dream is there, but I think if
Yeah,
you want to do that, then you
yeah,
need
he's
to show.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's putting effort in, but like it could be done better. I feel like it should have been done with just like a couple people at once.
Well, do you like talk to him or anything? Like get feedback?
Not all the time, but I told him like my thoughts about it afterwards.
Okay. Well, as long as you're doing
But
that.
I haven't even told him I started a podcast. I feel like I should. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Invite him back. What do you mean? Mono a mono.
Have
What is
him in
it?
the
Fucking.
corner right there.
Have him. I like doing the podcast in person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's like a Joe
Different.
Rogan thing, but like I like having people here.
Yeah.
I like doing it.
No, because
But,
otherwise you
yeah.
can't like fuck around. You know.
I also don't think it sounds as good. Like I've been
Yeah.
listening. Do you know who Duncan Trussell is? He's like, have you ever listened to like watching Midnight Gospel?
Wow.
It's a really good
You need
Netflix
to.
show. You need to watch
Yeah.
it. It's just like a animated podcast, but he's like his voice is like super cool to me. I guess. But I like listening to it, and he does a podcast. And when I listen to it, he's been doing like since the COVID thing. He's been having people like wirelessly come on the podcast, and like it kind of is like not sounding as good.
An animated Netflix podcast.
Yeah, an animated podcast.
Oh wait, Damien did show me that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I still
it's like super cartoony, really colorful.
Yeah, his dad. He's got like a problem with his dad, and he like travels between dimensions and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I still don't understand the whole what the fuck is going on. I watched like the
There's
fourth
like
episode.
a story to the show, but there's really not a story to the show.
I mean, you have to really pay attention. Probably watch it twice, but
Yeah, but it's just something that I just listened to it, even though it was on TV, and I was like doing stitches, like I was embroidering.
That's sick.
But yeah, he just like messaged me and like wanted me to come on his podcast, I guess.
Well,
but even though I'm doing a podcast right now,
invite him on. I still don't understand like anything about like streamer culture. I know you've been like trying to like hound me for this or whatever, but like,
yeah, it's weird. I talked to him a little bit, but before going on there, but like the only thing I really talked to him about beforehand was like on Omegle. We were just like, this is fun.
I'll try it, but I didn't like it the last.
I was like, this is fun. Like, I guess I like talking to you, and I was like, I guess I could talk to you for a while as well.
Yeah.
But,
no, I think podcasts are chill as fuck, dude. Because like, we're just chilling. Like, we're just getting like word out about shit.
You've done like 3 of these now.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's your experience with these?
They're interesting because it feels like the conversation has a whole different vibe, and I don't know what the difference is. But there's something like when someone's watching you, of course you're gonna like, I don't know, when you know someone's watching.
When you know someone's listening, they'll listen.
Yeah.
Like you're listening more.
Right. So
or you try to say something with more substance to it or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't feel like it just
sound
like
interesting.
give like shooting like sound garbage at people's ears.
Yes, exactly. Sound garbage. But I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool because I wanted to always make a video to myself, like in 6 years or 7 years, and just be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, blah 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 blah. This is what you think and this is what you believe. So I feel
this
like
is what you did in the past,
thing.
like last year or something like that.
Yeah.
We're all gonna look back on this. Like,
that was the question I had written down. Actually, well, what do you think is different from 3 years ago?
What's 3 years ago? Hold on. Sorry, I've just been like coasting through life high as fuck for like this whole summer.
2019, 2018, 2017. So
Graduated, so junior high, junior in high school, then graduated next year, and then freshman year. College has been eye-opening. I definitely want to move the fuck out.
Move the fuck out.
Coming here, like, I was jerking off about your whole house earlier when I first walked in. Dude, okay, this guy has he's probably already talked about it, the fucking robot.
Robot is so fucking cool.
He's homie, bro. He's always here.
He's the homie. What's the fucking homie? Cleans my shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes calls me a cunt. Always gets into my room and eats my cords.
Before we started the podcast, he bumped into the door. He's like, "Damn, son, where'd you find this?"
Yeah, for anyone that is listening that has never been to my house or doesn't know, I have a Roomba. Its name is Brobot. It's painted pink, has stickers all over it, and it has a voice box in it. So whenever it bumps shit, it'll say a voice line. If you've ever seen the Michael Reeves YouTube channel, like he's done it before, but it's the same thing. It's just got like a little. Yeah. It's like one of those Staples like buttons.
Yeah, it's not your normal.
It's like the "that was easy" button, but
yeah.
It's like programmed with voice sounds. But it's cool. And I put some Filthy Frank quotes on there, some Gordon Ramsay quotes on there. There's like a moaning one. It was I heard it earlier and I started laughing. And it's just yeah. I heard it earlier and I started laughing when you were talking and I was like, he's not saying anything that's funny, he won't know. Oh man.
No.
But I guess like 3 years ago I was probably playing like a lot of Super Smash. Like far too much Super Smash and like playing a lot of video games, I guess was probably all I was doing. And then like skating a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like 3 years ago, gosh, I ran away from home, so I feel like I was...
You probably have a weird 3 years ago story, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy one. Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know, like I remember at the beginning of the year, I was like, gonna be 16, I want to drive. I remember... Gosh, all of that, and then finally having a car to like go to parties and stuff. Those were good times. Those were times of being driven home in my own car. Good days. I learned stick shift that year, and then towards Thanksgiving, I walked into my room and started putting everything in a box. Then I found an apartment with these girls, and oh my gosh, they were a trip. They did nothing. They would just sit on the couch for like 12 hours straight and just laugh at memes, and I'm like, okay, but like you're in college.
Me right now.
But like that's all.
Fucking quarantine is what this has been.
Sit at home and look at memes, dude.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I guess in that time of my life, because I was living right next to the college, I'm like, dude, I'm 16. Like, I'm turning 17 soon. Like, I want to, go out there and just say I'm 20 and hang out. But there wasn't a whole lot to do, so I...
Did you lie about your age to people?
Yeah.
Tell them you were older?
Yeah, well, of course, because
you're young.
it's hard to get a
when
place.
When you're underage.
Exactly. And everyone's is just, every time they hear that you're 16 or 17, it's like,
What changed for you when you turned 18?
Oh,
Nothing?
nothing.
Or you
Nothing.
you did
I had
everything
already-
that you would have done when you were 18 when you weren't 18?
Exactly. I was already paying rent and like phone bill, all that kind of stuff, and like taxes. I knew what that was, and I dropped out of high school when I was 17, so I just felt like it was another birthday. And that's when now I'm 19. I'm like, yep, same shit.
Same thing for me.
Same shit, different year.
18, 21, nothing changed.
Yeah, but that was a fun time because before I found a place to live, I had to live in a camper. It was the winter.
Cold?
It was cold. My heater broke one night. Froze my fish in its bowl mid-swim. Rest in peace, Sushi.
Rest in peace,
Really
Sushi.
lived up to his name,
Shout out to the
frozen in
homie.
ice. Isn't that ironic? But yeah. So those were good times. Lived in with Mormons.
Oh. Good of you.
Yeah. It's a lot of listening to some girl, talking about how she's having sex, but like, if anyone finds out, she will die. And I'm like, okay, why are you telling me? Because I have a Bob Marley tapestry? Like, is that what it's about? Like,
Is it because you think I'm chill? Like, I'm going to tell everyone right now. I don't even know you. Why are you telling me?
no, exactly.
I have your mom's phone number. Like, I'm going to tell her.
No, that's, yeah.
Later,
so-
bitch.
Good times. Yeah, that was definitely a fun year. Buying your own groceries for the first time, like really, like a whole list, not just the things you want. Saving money.
Yeah, the shit you don't know until you move out. Like, once you start moving out, Carl, you'll fucking know. You're like, how did Dad buy all these groceries, dude? Like, what the fuck?
Why is this shit so expensive?
How did my parents ever buy a full cart of groceries?
that and like you look at all the deals. All the deals. Doesn't matter. And you have a Safeway card and Fry's card.
I got those.
Money is everything, bro.
Money
I
is
got that
everything.
Fry's
It's so
Safeway
sad.
card.
I don't blame Jews for doing what they do. Fucking
Yeah,
I'll
honestly.
be stingy.
Everyone always talks shit about, like, the stereotype of Jews saying like a lot of money. But, like,
It's money.
they got money, dude.
They do.
They got money.
Have you
I
seen
already
Lil
know that.
Dicky's thing on Netflix?
No.
Oh, he uses his bar mitzvah fund or whatever to $10,000 to pay YG to be on one of his songs, and I don't know if that really happened, but like, if I had $10,000 right now, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably pay like, I don't know, Billie Eilish, or
Someone
Tyler.
famous to, like,
Yeah, I'd be like, please let me just feature on one song. That's all I want. Young Thug, anybody. I went to your concert, bro. Like, come on.
you would make so much more back. It would be, like, exposure bonus.
You know.
I mean, they probably get those deals all the time, though. But
I mean,
$10,000.
yeah, 10,000. I mean, for
That'll
someone.
turn someone's head.
Yeah, exactly.
hope.
They'll have to hopefully be like, all right, okay.
We'll always hear you about, like, what you're saying or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, but that
You don't offer it all at once.
Yeah,
Okay, you
yeah.
offer, like, half, maybe.
Well,
and then you
it's
bump up
already-
slowly to the full amount.
You
if they
already
keep
have
saying
to
no.
to think about all the managers before you get to them, like, like convincing them to be like, hey, let them know, please.
Can I
But
just say something real quick? Fucking TikTok music is actually good. I found a lot of really good songs, and then I figured out, it's like someone's like, oh, this is from TikTok. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And I feel like people like think like I like
People
TikTok.
talk down on fucking songs after they're like deemed a TikTok song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Like-
good, dude.
Like, oh, there's like this song, what is it, like Jake Strauber or something like that.
I think so.
But I don't remember what the title of the song is. But I listened to that shit all the time in the car,
Yeah.
and then like I heard it in like a TikTok montage or something. I was like, fuck.
Gotta
I was
stop.
like, I liked this song before it was all, like popular. What the fuck? Now everyone's gonna think I listen to TikTok music.
I don't know. I still, even though I have TikTok and like I post all my art videos, like I just have such a hard time scrolling through it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not following. I don't know. Skaters
So
would be
I've only
different.
scrolled through TikTok like once or twice, and the times that I did, it was just me trying to find something that I thought was good.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, "This is cringe. This is cringe. This is
Yeah,
cringe."
It's just a lot of cringe.
Okay, I guess it's cringe.
You have to,
Like
mold your humor. Like I figured out you just have to like.
I've heard that there's like, since the format of it is like, once it knows what you like, you start getting good shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know if I can sit there on TikTok.
Get your friends who you watch TikToks with to like send you some of theirs, and then that'll like bend the algorithm a little bit
Interesting.
towards like shit that you like.
Big funny stuff, and not like the Dad, you're so wacky.
Brett Rivera. Brett Rivera, J Station. Who else? Oh my gosh, those TikToks of the like couples and like one gets pushed, then they're all fake fighting.
All like
slow
the
motion.
Indian
Yes.
side of TikTok.
I see those.
I've seen those in like compilations and shit.
Dude, I saw.
They turn around with like the fucking and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
I opened TikTok and I saw inmates, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've seen these on the meme pages. It's like, is this for real? And I like looked, and the profile, like the handle is like something weird word, and then like bunch of numbers, and there's no profile picture, and it's just an inmate twerking like in his cell. I'm like, what is going on? This is a thing.
He's like trying to get that ass out
Get
there,
that
dude. He's
ass,
trying to make
yeah.
sure people see
I'm
that
like,
ass.
Damn, did they get that because they're gay, or
Yo,
it's
a
like,
lot
how
of
do you get a
girls
phone?
Told me this. Like, there's this like one Adele video where she's singing and like she's like kissing like this prisoner or whatever guy like wearing like the yellow suit, and like every girl has like admitted to me that like low key they're like they wish that was them. I'm like, what?
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I was hoping you could explain.
Like mean that they're bad or
I
something.
wish-
Like, ooh, he's fucking hard.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like that's very cloud chasing of them.
It's just
I
some
don't
dude
know.
in jail. What clout does he
Yeah.
have?
Well, I don't know. Like, are you saying like criminals in general, like how girls like psychopaths and like Ted Bundy and all that stuff? Okay,
Yeah.
that I mean, well, that's just kinks. First of all, no one's gonna be able to like really choke you like a serial killer, probably. Like, think about it. They know all your arteries. They know all your pressure points. Like, there's that.
All he's got to do is like this on the side of your neck, and then you're like,
Touch me again? Okay. Use
But,
3
like-
fingers.
Maybe it's
harder.
the power, like dominance. Girls love dominance, and so even in the
I
even in
can
the
feel your
personality.
pulse accelerating.
Ooh, baby. Go faster. The other one.
But I don't know, dominance. Yeah, because if you know someone that can kill like you, but they're choosing not to kill you, they're choosing to fuck you instead. Like, I guess that could be something. But I couldn't get over the. I used to think like mugshots were really cool. Like, I don't know why. So maybe it's just something wrong with society. Like, commercials are just pumping these thoughts into our brain, because like I've never. I don't know, because like usually when you have like a traumatic experience as a child, like you'll attract like a lot of abused children and like sexually assaulted children will grow up and like bad boys, you know. So I feel like maybe it's just something wrong with like our upbringing. That's like, ooh, bad guy, and he has a mugshot, and he's been to prison and life sentence.
Portfolio.
Yeah, like, ooh. But you have to think far. They're not. I don't know. Maybe they're just not thinking far enough ahead, because how's a guy like that gonna freaking, I don't know, provide for you with a felony? They can't even get a job. But
It's like opposite with dudes, I think.
girls,
Like when girls are like, I'm so crazy.
oh yeah, psycho.
Like especially on Tinder and like profiles and
Yeah,
shit.
you guys
When
have
I
the
see
same-
that, I just dismiss.
No, you guys have
They're-
the same.
They're like,
thing.
I'm so crazy. Like, ooh, I'm like so crazy bitch, and you're like, really? What does that mean?
Some guys attract to that though. Like if they have like millions of missed calls and like texts trying to find you and like burn your shit, like
Yeah, we
they're
talk
just
about
like,
that
oh,
shit.
It's okay, and then they fuck them still.
Dudes talk about that.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck my bitch, be testing me again. God damn it. I'm like, put her phone back
Well, I
down.
asked the guy once. I'm like, because he was dating this bitch. Like, she was just such a, I don't know. And I asked him, I was like, what is it about her? Like, I mean, she's cute, but you gotta just that's irrelevant now. And he was like, oh well, she's sassy and like all this stuff. And I'm like, you're just
She
gross.
cares about me.
Yeah, well,
She
no, it
cares where
wasn't
you
even
are.
that. It was just she's sassy and like she'll bitch back to me and like
Secret.
talk back, and I'm like, okay.
It's like how they
sounds
are
fucking
in the
annoying.
bedroom. Like,
I guess
that's what
it's probably what.
gets
Yeah,
you to keep him around.
I mean, he did cheat, so it probably
When
was.
he's like, fuck me, and she's like, no. And he's like, ooh.
Say it again.
Lick my balls. No. Ooh. He likes that shit.
But yeah, I don't know. Society, that's just. It's, yeah. Why did 14-year-old girls attract to fat old white men with wives?
They do?
At some
Excuse?
point, I'm saying this is another like the 1800s, when like
Oh.
polygamy and like all that kind of stuff.
I was just thinking about this point. Okay, riddle me this. Why do we ever get rid of mistresses? Like, it used to be okay. Like, if you want to fuck,
You have like the person
want
you
some different coochie.
you have the
know?
person you go to for like your troubles and like to be your best friend and like to talk to and shit.
Yeah.
And then you go to like this other one for like laying pipe.
Yeah, there's no fucking
Side
emotions
bitch.
attached. You're just like, this is meat and this is wet meat and
I don't know,
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hot take.
Probably a lot of surprise kids, because then it's like, oh shit, I got 2 families. Like, this is problematic.
Oh, shit, you'd have to worry about kids.
Yeah. I mean, unless condoms were a thing too at the same time, I don't think so. Not really.
Yeah, it probably was a thing with like kids.
Ziploc bags.
If you were like a king or something.
Like goat intestines.
Unless you were like a king.
That's how Arabs don't.
You could
get
just like
their
pay some
girls
peasant.
pregnant.
Wow. Goat intestines.
Think about it.
I don't want to think
Probably want
about
to
it.
edit that one out.
I don't want to think.
Edit this one out. Edit this segment out.
Editor, edit this one out. I'm the editor. I'm not gonna edit it out. I don't care.
Goat intestines. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not editing this one out.
Well,
I want to blame someone, the person who told me, but I don't want to fucking blame them. So I'll own up to it. Come at me.
Oh, it was you. Okay.
Allahu
technically.
Akbar.
Female condoms though.
Those seem kind of weird. not
They
gonna
are
lie.
weird. They're huge. It makes no sense. And how does it not get stuck? Pushed up? Lost?
Isn't it a female condom just like a normal condom, but it's just put on the girl?
Yeah, you put it inside.
Yeah, it's like a bag.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, how does it not, enough, things in motion stay in motion, things.
Maybe it's like a really wide outside, so it can't get sucked in.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
balloon.
But I feel like you'd have to hold it still, like. I
Oh
don't know,
yeah.
unless you're just.
Fuck my
slow.
balloon.
Fill it up.
Fill up my balloon.
Yeah.
Okay, another hot take. I don't believe in condoms.
Why?
It's
You
fine.
think you're
just
safe?
Yeah.
From STDs and everything?
I'm not. No, I have a girlfriend. So like,
You
We
know.
figure shit out.
Yeah, you know.
We figure shit out.
we science the fuck out of it, dude. It's insane.
You were like, let me wager the price. $5.
check?
So it's like, so you're saying, babe, so you're saying it's like $5 a nut? Like, what's going on? I'm just wasting them now.
$5 a nut. Just have the agreement with your mistress.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was trying to ask my friend. I was like, if you're having sex with a girl as a girl, like lesbian sex, like, doesn't it like? Are you still gay if you want to use a strap on? No.
Wait, if you're a guy?
If you're a girl,
Maybe it depends
lesbians.
who is liking it more.
Yeah,
Why
like.
would that be gay?
Well, no, she said it was if you
Yeah.
if you want to use a strap on during lesbian sex and you're not actually gay.
No, it's still gay because you're pleasuring your partner.
Exactly.
It's a
That's
service
what
for
I
them.
exactly.
That's like the same. That's almost the same, like, thought as like if you're a dude and you like let your girlfriend like fuck you with a like a strap on.
Yeah.
Is that gay?
No.
Because like your girlfriend's
No.
doing it, but you're also getting dick in your ass.
Yeah, but you have a G spot that's in your ass, and that's just by the fate of
It's pretty
where
fake.
things gotta you gotta get to where you gotta go.
Fair.
But
Fair.
it's definitely. I mean, I don't know if you feel gay, bent over and not looking at your girlfriend, then rough. Use a
I
mirror
mean, definitely not like my first choice. Like maybe like way down the road, like
when you're really bored and
When you've tried everything
exciting
else.
Things,
yeah. We'll see if we switch it up.
All right, so I got something today.
Yeah, riddle me this: what are the odds of like actually starting on Pornhub or like OnlyFans and like blowing up? Riddle me that.
High.
Slim.
I think OnlyFans is really high.
As
Only-
a guy, for a guy,
Oh, for guys?
or for like
Oh,
a girl.
I think girls.
For a girl,
Only-
yes.
yes, but only if you have a big enough following. I mean, or else you're just always going to be, hey, my OnlyFans link is in my bio and getting like 2 new followers. Like,
There's, like-
every time.
So there's like a thing. I'm assuming it's like really pretty similar as like trying to get an artist to like come on your track. You just like pay someone to like give you a shout out.
There's that.
Because
yeah.
Just
I've seen the
fuck with it.
OnlyFans website, and like if someone shouts you out, like someone says like go check out like this profile, like at this person, it'll show like a link to their profile like right underneath it. So it's like a huge thing. And I don't know if you know, but like on OnlyFans, that you pay for subscriptions, or some of them are free. And if you're like a free account, then it's like fucking like people just click on you just to get free shit, just to see some free titty or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, if you have on your profile like a link to like a paid one, and that's where you get like all your shit. If you just like give a bunch of like decently sized profiles like $50, and they like fucking tell you, say like go check this person out, you can get like pretty big following pretty fast. If you post like quality shit, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's just what you can do with any account. But
Yeah.
Thinking about it, money moves, dude.
money moves.
Money moves. See, I.
God damn it! You
I
know,
like-
last time I
that's
heard
the-
that phrase, Erica. Money moves.
The one thing that could like kick me up in my savings game, like, and having a lot of money would definitely be OnlyFans, but I just can't bring my brain to like allow me to do that. Like I don't
take
even think
sexy
it's a
pictures on the
I don't
internet.
even think it's because like like had religious influence in my family. Like it's really just I don't know. Like
I respect them for it.
they ain't piping. Why do they get to see that? Like for me, like when I'm married, like every year, every holiday, my husband's getting a new calendar with me. Like that's the theme is me.
Year
you
the
know?
calendar.
Yeah, like
I want to do that.
even just to
I was gonna-
have those a portfolio. Like I don't know.
I was
Keychain?
gonna like do I was gonna for like Christmas one year. I was gonna get my mom a quilt of pictures of me.
Did you do it?
No,
You
I didn't
need to
get
do
to.
that. You should
But
do
that's also that was the same year I got like pop sockets for all my family
Oh, yeah.
of me.
I need to do that.
Bathroom. Okay. Bye,
But,
Karl.
The beer ran through real quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But
Being,
I was like gonna do it. I feel like I said I was gonna do it every year, but
it'll happen.
like, one year I'm gonna like get a quilt of me.
Well, now you'll have better pictures and more. More.
I've
The
been
longer you
taking
wait, the
some
more you
spicy ones.
have. Mm-hmm. Spicy.
I've been taking some spicy pictures. Imagine that picture of me in the jorts and the jean vest when
Right
I
in the middle.
laid on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, I also changed my screensaver. It used to be that picture,
Yeah. What is it now?
but now it's also me. So
Yeah, it's also me.
it's me with my I love my mom T-shirt
I
on.
remember every time I saw a girl in high school with her selfie as her locks swinging, I was just like, what the fuck?
I just think
But
it's
it's
funny.
so different as a guy, because like, it's just like...
You don't expect a dude to have him
Uh-uh.
as his own profile,
Unless
as
he's
like his
like a
picture.
TikTok influencer and it's like a sexy picture and it's just like...
And you look at his phone and you're like, fucking.
Yeah, like,
God
cool,
damn.
this is yours,
I thought it was
guess?
funny because the one I had on previous was like the jorts picture, like I just described. But so like if someone was like opening my phone, it would just be me like sexily posed like on a bed wearing jean only
Yeah.
and like bleached hair.
Honestly, I wanted to do like an all denim, because when I do photo shoots with the photographer that I know, I can just wear whatever I want, do whatever I want. I want to get like, I don't know. I had like denim shoes, but they don't fit anymore. Get denim pants, denim jacket, denim shirt. I know tons of models do it. Like, it's a thing. But for
In
you,
person,
it's
it looked
different.
really stupid. In
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it was a little redneck.
Yeah, it was really yeehaw.
the cuts, but yeah,
But I liked wearing it because it was free.
exactly.
Thank you
Always
for anyone
win.
who has sent me something. Knows me from my live streams. I've had a couple people actually send me shit.
Yeah, that is true.
I have been sent some weird stuff too.
Like packages.
Yeah,
You need I wish you could hang the shorts there if you didn't really wear them.
yeah, but I wear them. I'll show you after, but I got some swim trunks from a viewer of mine that are Capri Sun swim shorts.
Yo.
They're custom, like from Etsy, and they're Pacific Cooler Capri Suns.
That's sweet.
Dude, they're so good.
Oh, we should peep that pillow you got too, and the
yeah.
one or whatever.
Yeah, my Capri Sun pillow.
Yeah, got like a straw too.
Sorry, it's Yummy Juice. It's not like actual Capri Sun branding, but it's pretty. It's like Capri Sun.
Yummy juice.
Dude, I don't know if you've seen this TikTok or not, but someone sent it to me. I can't remember. It was like about Capri Suns, and it's like this chick who's just like filming her face, and she was like her. You can hear her brother in the background just be like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna pull it up. I can just pull it up. Fuck it."
Here we go. We get to look at some memes.
Actually, should I do it on my phone? Right
How
now?
long have you guys been talking?
Who?
You guys.
Me and Karl.
Yeah.
So Karl got a job at Fry's
He
Again?
submits-
a
Same
while ago. Yeah, a while ago.
No, not talking. I know
Like-
how you guys are friends. Yeah, you used to be coworkers. No, on the podcast.
Yeah. Like how long is the?
Podcast been going.
Oh, I don't know. What? Hour and 10 minutes?
Wow.
13 minutes? I don't care. We're going to keep going.
I'm chilling.
Like TikTok or something.
This is my favorite segment.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Catch your TikTok.
Where is it? This dude is fucking so gold. Come on, dude.
You want some pencils? There's some pens or
Yeah,
some shit you wanna
actually,
draw.
yeah.
That might be simulating. I want to see him book too.
Do you want to draw?
Yeah. Like, oh, see what we can do. We're drawing. Look at that.
Draw.
Yeah. Dude, I can't find it. Man, that's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. No. Don't click on shit. Dang.
Wait, so you're like not in any way like related to Hudson?
No.
Okay.
I told him, I was like, I'm pretty sure Karl thinks I'm your sister. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely.
We went over to Carl's house, or I guess Carl's friend's house or something, for like a party. I guess like a little hangout
Yeah.
swim thing. But when we got there, I was like trying to describe who Taylor was to Karl, and I just ended up telling him that she was my sister, and he just thought she was my sister for the entire night.
I could believe. Look at them, dude. Like they're both blonde.
Blonde, frosted tips, except mine are on top.
Honestly, though,
Can't
like
find it. Just fuck it.
we're all like doing the same thing. This is kind of cool. I feel like I'm with like.
Oh, I totally
Yeah.
saved it on my phone.
Said what?
The video.
Oh, bad.
Where is it? It's right here. It's this one. Look.
Thing is, she made fun of me for
it's
getting
all
Capri
good.
Suns,
Yeah.
and then she drank 8 of my Capri Suns.
Zach, you're in your 20s and you're arguing over Capri
Mom,
Suns, dude.
either you ground her or I fight her. So there's 2 options.
My
My
son's
fists
already
are
up.
already up.
That's like me, dude. That's why I never kept Capri Suns in the fridge at my mom when I lived with my mom, because they wouldn't be there if I did. Because I lived with like
Who
3 other
drank them?
females.
Who you're,
I would live with my
everybody?
mom and my 2 other sisters, so 3 females in the house, and they would just eat. They would just eat, probably just eat shit. I don't know if I left it.
Is that complete?
Huh? Yeah.
All right, so this is what I drew I drew 6 red lines, not in any uniform fashion except slightly diagonal. and
you drew an ass.
very nice looking ass at that for people
Really,
who are
she a
watching.
little big, but like she doesn't work out, but it's just there. It's grabbable.
It doesn't work out. It's there.
This-
I'll put a picture on the screen right now of what the finished drawing is gonna look like.
This is like a nice hot piece of ass with like the nice curvy back on it
A
too.
nice piece of ass,
Like
I
the
guess.
dips in the hip
Yeah,
and the
like
back.
back
we got
dimples.
little
Yeah.
Back dimples.
You got those? You're
Dude, you got back dimples? Fuck.
fuck, man.
Fuck. Girl, let me see them back dimples.
It's the same, I think, for girls. I love back dimples.
Yeah.
Back dimples are universal.
Yeah, I might have some back dimple, not gonna lie.
Probably do.
If I just flex really hard, maybe.
Flex your lower back.
Yeah. Look. That's like something you can feel, I guess.
Yeah, it's between your lower back and your ass.
It's the thumb holders.
Thumb
When you're
holders.
hitting it from the back, you're supposed to put your thumbs on the dimples.
Yeah.
Bah, 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 you know?
Fuck, I guess.
Oh, God.
On God. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, what
That's what I'm
else?
talking about.
Gosh, weaknesses. What is your weakness anyone can have, and it just automatically is just like
Green eyes, hands down.
interesting.
Green eyes is just
Yeah.
a weakness.
Green eyes, I fucking.
But
melt.
that's something you don't
So-
know until you get close.
I know. And then once I do, I'm like, oh, that's why. Like, I feel something when I see someone with green eyes, and I'm like, and I just towards them, I'm like, oh shit, that's what.
I don't know what does it for me.
Hmm?
I don't know what does it for me. Not gonna lie. It might.
Shoulders.
I think I prefer people with shorter hair, not like the long, like past the shoulder length, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, the Karen cut.
Karen cut. Yes.
I like bangs. I think bangs look nice.
What kind of bangs though? Like straight down to the side, pulled up. Like we're talking about like anime shit, like fucking Rock Lee.
Rock Lee bangs. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. Maybe like
Got more ass.
I don't know.
Got cake on deck.
Almost like there's not very much, but there's just a little bit of hair. That's like bang. I guess I don't know.
Like,
that's
do you
hard.
like it covering the forehead or not?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
little bit over the forehead. I don't know. That's kind of fun.
What is your type?
I think
don't
it's just because I have
know.
too much forehead, and so I just prefer not to look at it.
I like forehead.
My little sister has a 5 head. I know you're listening. I know you're listening. 5 head, 5 head, 5 head.
I'm putting my hand up to my head
If
right
no
now.
one has told you you have a 5 head yet today, yeah, 5 head.
We forehead gang.
Put your 4 fingers on your head. Look, 4 fingers. You 5.
Five head motherfuckers be like full hand on head, lol.
There's some people that look good, like showing their foreheads. I don't know. Some people just don't.
Some people just
Like I don't really like how if you like see my whole entire forehead. I also don't
Yeah.
like that. I think it's just because I never had a haircut that was like that, so I never got used to seeing my own forehead that much.
Hudson, are you gonna be bald? Is this like a thing?
No.
No.
I don't know. Like my grandpa on both sides, I guess, had hair when they died. My dad still has hair.
Yeah, did you have curly hair as a kid?
No.
Then you're good.
What if girls lost their hair like guys?
I mean, we kind of
just
do,
go
to
bald?
be honest. Like, I mean, we already lose 100 hairs a day.
I guess
I
just
mean,
dudes just go bald faster. We just decide fuck it and just cut it all off.
Yeah. My professor went like skin bald. He used to have this really long ponytail that like went down to like the middle of his back. If he like put it up, sorry camera, just was over there, but whatever. And he like had like this kind of like grayish hair. He kind of like looked a little nerdy, like a CS major that like decided to play bass, but he's Romanian. And he talked to, like he did this project with this Russian piano chick, and then they like started fucking and dating. Sorry, not to call you out, Catalan, but so she convinced him to go skin bald, and she was like, yeah, you should shave off all your hair. This guy had a beautiful ponytail. That's why I was growing my hair out. That's why I saw it so long the other day. And And now he's just like running with it ever since. And like every morning, like he shaves it all off. I'm like, why?
Wow.
I guess if you go bald, you just gotta keep up. You might as well just keep doing it.
But like, it doesn't take that long to come back. Like, you struggle for like, what, 6-9 months?
Yeah.
Lol.
With it like coming back all the way.
Yeah. Fucking iDubbbz has been like a painful trip to like watch him get his hair back.
He went. iDubbbz, the YouTuber. He used to like do videos with Filthy Frank and that kind of stuff. That's how I found him, at least. But shaved his head and like it's slowly been growing back.
Damn. Rip.
I don't remember why he shaved his head, but he did. I think he's done it multiple times too. Because I feel like I've seen him in a Filthy Frank video with bald head.
Yeah. He did it for a bad unboxing. I'm pretty sure that was
Something like that.
recent.
Dude, if I ever got sponsored by like a hair, like a shaving company or something like that, like Manscaped, I'd shave my head. I'd be like, you guys sponsor me, I'm shaving something. I'm shaving hair. I'll shave everything. Fuck it.
Just shave your junk.
I gotta test out how it works. You know how hard it is to shave your balls? We've talked about this on the podcast previously.
I don't think it's that hard.
It's a little hard.
I can like nick it and I'm still okay.
I use like an electric shaver though.
Oh, I do it.
But I feel like it's easier if it's an electric shaver. Because then all I gotta do is just kind of like get close, and then it'll just like cut the hairs,
but
and I don't have to like drag.
If you're like taking like a hot shower, like, sorry, this shit sags though, you know, and like you can stretch it out and like really get in there, like in all the folds.
Yeah.
That's just facts.
I heard someone saying like
I've already explained how I shave my vagina.
she's talked about this
We've
before.
already reached the limit, anyways.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did ask her one time how she shaves her asshole.
We all talked about it at the pool.
Yeah.
Did we talk about it at the
We talked
podcast?
about it. No, we talked about it at the pool, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I didn't hear that. I was too.
You must have been on another conversation.
I was definitely gone as fuck.
She just said like, you just do it. Or something like
just-
that.
well, I mean,
Essentially, you just said
It's
you
the
just
same.
do it.
Your balls stretch out like
Did
we're
your
not
ass stretch out?
Stretch out your
concrete
asshole?
down there. Like if you have to, but you don't really have to. As long as you're one leg up, one leg down, like you should be able to kind of like, all right, cool. But once you get back there, it's really just feeling, and that's when we were trying to explain. Me and your girlfriend were like, mirrors.
You do it in the mirror?
No, you just want to know what you look like, and then you just develop an image in your head.
So you memorize your ass
You
better
memorize. You take a photographic image of your butthole, and you take it,
than all the little hair roots coming out.
and then you're just like, all right, I'm right
general
here.
area. I mean, you put. Yeah.
How far up your ass do you shave though? Like,
I mean, you don't want to necessarily put a razor on your asshole.
okay, facts.
So-
That's good to know.
Thank you for specifying. I would have gone over butthole, and then there would not have been good problems.
Figure as long as I don't pucker it out, keep it tucked in, should be okay. Okay, but like, what if you miss a hair? Like, what if you have one
If
like
you
pokey
miss
hair?
a hair, then that just sucks.
No way.
I mean, unless you want to go, you can, turn the bathwater on and just be like, done.
but you
yeah.
just like keep swiping essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then you can tell in the razor, like, you can feel when you're cutting hair, like, the same when you're shaving your legs and when you're not. And you can kind of, like...
You say like same
sometimes
with your shaving your legs, but we don't shave our legs. I mean, I don't know if you do,
that's
but
a good point.
I look very carefully when I shave because I want to get.
I've
everything
done
out.
it like twice, like shaving my legs. And, like,
Well,
it's not
shaving
bad.
your face.
But then again, it's like shaving like a lot of hair versus like just keeping up with like shaving.
I feel like we should like, is the hair removal thing the move? I feel like
I've heard it's a good move, but maybe not for your butthole because it's a sensitive area.
that's what I want.
And like it may like irritate your skin.
Itchy ass.
Like I got sensitive skin. Like my armpits, like apparently I just can't use certain types of deodorant, but like I just burns my armpits. Like I just get burned and get rashes and shit on my arms. Shit sucks.
You know what really sucks? Eczema. You have that?
I think I had it at one point. Maybe it was just psoriasis or dry skin or something, but
Eczema comes back. It'll never leave you. It just
yeah,
like moves
it's
around.
always in your body. Like if you have it once, you just have it. Like kind of like chickenpox, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of the same thing.
Dude, this shit's on my ear now. Like it was like
Dry-
I
like
put
the-
it
Eczema.
on like some cream on it and it goes away. And, like if I shower,
You're supposed to put. I think it's like a steroid cream or something like that. I
it's
think.
like hydrocortisone or something.
Yeah. Shit like always smells weird.
Yeah, It smells like metallic.
It smells like too medicine-y,
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
but
It's kind of like cool though, cause it's like clean. You know. It's like
I know
medicine
this
is,
shit's
like,
not gonna
clean.
hurt me.
Kill that eczema.
Killed it.
Dude, I get fucking, like, when I'm sleeping at night and shit, sometimes I'll just, like, when I'm, like, half awake, like, if something, like, stirs me, I'll, like, wake up and I'll itch it. Like, thinking about it, nah, I don't even want to itch it, but, like, right here, it's, like, bad on my elbows.
Dude, I got a rash on my butt cheek.
Yikes.
Yeah, like
What
just
are
like
you
a,
doing?
a little patch right there, like just dry skin, and like if I just like scratch it, it like gets worse, and then
Always, yeah.
I feel like
yeah, just like it would.
you
Like,
should
if anything,
show the camera just for the people.
just my butt cheek. Insert image here.
Just for the people who
Right.
are watching YouTube.
There, image. There's the butt cheek. Just kidding. You're dumb for looking. If you were listening to the audio version and you decided to come to the video version just to see if I actually put a butt cheek on there, you are stupid.
Baited.
Baited. Get you baited.
Get your baited, bitch. You fucking... Thanks for the views.
Because I've done it before. Listening to a podcast, and you're like, oh, this part would be interesting to, like, actually see. And then you open it, and they aren't even doing anything to, like...
Yeah.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Dude, H3 was the worst with that for me. I can't remember where, but he just, like, talked to random people.
What are you guys' like pet peeves? What do you guys hate?
With my family, it's if we're, like, eating at the dinner table, my mom, like, smacks really loud. There you go. There you go. You've been hearing me eat chips this whole time, so listen to me be a hypocrite right now. Now I'm putting on my
Chip
glasses.
boy.
When people are like, "Oh my gosh, I need to tell you something." No.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and I'm like, "Fucking tell me."
Why did I should actually never mind. And you're like, fuck.
I want to know, and I'm going to.
That happens with
I will
Sh-
press it.
that happens with Shay a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
My friend Shay, she'll be like, she's like, I'm gonna tell you. Never mind. Or like she'll start saying a sentence and then stop, and I'll be like, you good?
But have you ever done that with somebody though, and you're like, well, you know, like maybe I don't want to. Like, I'll bring this up later.
The
Like,
thought
you
was
gotta think
dumb, or like maybe if I knew it was gonna be like retarded something I was gonna say, it was super dumb.
Yeah.
Then I catch myself before I say the dumb thing.
Yeah. I did that all the time when we worked at Fry's. You were just like, Karl, what the fuck? Like, make up your mind. Like, no. I'm just a deli boy.
Karl will just be like, you ever have that? Never mind. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude.
Oh, man.
I've been more caring about it now since Shay does it a lot. I usually figure it's just something that she doesn't want to bring up at the moment and like have to talk about, and so I just let it go because I don't care as much anymore. Like if it's really important, then she'll tell me. But
Which ass is better, this one or this one?
The first one was the best one.
I like the
Really?
first
You
one.
think
I like
that's
the
better
first one.
than
I like
this?
The first one.
Yeah, because you got the crease marks. It's got.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Showing.
This is
I'm
like-
just gonna show all the pictures right now. First one,
The crease marks
Second
right
one.
here.
third one. What
Sorry,
am I doing with
third
my
one.
hands?
Comment your
Third
favorite.
one.
Third one, fourth one. I think there's a fourth one.
Yeah.
Comment your favorite
Who's
ass.
this, dude? Fucking grandpa.
Is that Hank Hill, dude?
Grandpa's on nude beaches.
Is
too
that
afraid to actually
motherfucking
be
Hank
nude.
Hill ass? He's got some.
propane.
He's got some square cheeks, dude.
It's just a white girl with no ass. That's all.
Yo, that's a myth though. White girls do have asses.
White girls. do have
Yeah,
ass.
some white girls.
A lot of white girls do have ass.
No, yeah, it's still a rare thing, but it's changing. I think evolution's
This is a good
doing its
movement.
thing.
There's also the argument that what do you consider ass?
True. Like if you touch it and it's just
Like,
squish.
what's an example of
is that
like barely having
not
ass?
that?
Like the
would you
very
rather-
bottom amount of having ass.
I would
Well-
say that one that we just pulled up. That's like all like the fat like went to the bottom. It's just like barely
So you
hanging
like
on.
a fat ass, not a muscular ass. See, because I feel like that one, that's
That's
you
a
know.
fat ass, yeah.
Yeah, but like she does some squats every once in a while. This girl, no, she does not do any squats. It's just there.
Yeah,
It's just natural ass.
hip bones, yeah.
But she's
It's
like,
a heart shape.
but she's a little thick.
Heart shape ass, best ass.
But
Come
they-
at me.
I don't know, muffin top, like.
Little
Is that
muffin
what you call
coming.
that?
Yeah, do you like muffin top? Well, this one has more of a muffin top, but that's a fat ass. Fat girl.
That's just like being fat and having like just fat ass. That's
Yeah.
like, damn, a fat ass.
Yeah. Not
And that
a
one's
fat
like, damn,
ass.
she got some ass.
yeah. Titties time.
Ooh, we love titties. Okay, riddle me this. Ass or titties?
Ass.
Oh God. Okay,
Ass,
cool.
oh,
We're all
yeah.
chill. We're all chill.
World chill.
That's game. As long as the titties, you know, are not huge nipples.
Can I just cement my doctoral thesis on the internet for once? Like, I need to get this out of the way. You've heard this before, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Pepperoni nips, no thanks.
Yeah, disagree with that. He's got a little ass pizza up there. Fucking got some mozzarella sauce in a sec.
XL.
So here's why ass is better than titties. Okay. Ass. Okay, so think about it. We all like evolved from monkeys and shit, right? And you know what monkeys do? They travel in packs when they go between jungles. And you know that's like when they're not like climbing through trees and shit. I'm sure all you just like thought of a monkey on a fucking like the
Vine.
what are those monkey barrel things? Monkeys in a barrel. I know you all think of that when I say monkeys. No, these niggas are walking around on all fours. Okay, they're using their paws and their feet and their tails because they had those. But when you're walking on all fours, they travel in packs and stuff. So like all they have to look at on their long trek between jungles is what's directly in front of them, and what's directly in front of them is a nice piece of ass. Hopefully.
I see where this is going. Continue.
So, you know, if we're stuck going in line all the time, we think in the back of our minds, wow, this ass could be better if we had this. And then evolution eventually leads us to guide us to better and more plump ass. But now that we've evolved to, like, we've got rid of our tails, we got thumbs now, we can, like, look at shit and be like, ooh, whoa. Now we can, like, grab ass and be like, I understand. And grab titties and be like, I understand. But people don't understand that, like, titties come from the evolution from us standing up, because now we're like talking face to face. So now like we don't travel like behind. You know, guys still open doors for girls, and that, little do you guys know that's an excuse to look at ass. Now you know. So go be a gentleman.
All right.
Heyo.
Good to know.
If ever a guy's like, don't worry, I got the door. You walk in backwards.
You.
I've seen that shit before. Anyways, so yeah, now that you're having face-to-face conversations, we got boobies to look at, but like it's still not publicly like you can't be like looking down at someone's chest. Like that shit gets awkward as fuck. So like still roll with ass, because like if you're in public, you can slip your hand in their pants, easy peasy, no problem. If you're in public, you can maybe slip your hand into the titty and under the shirt, but
Always.
you can't do it that much.
Yeah.
Like you can't have it there. Like if it's in their like fucking jeans, no one's gonna fucking question it. They're gonna be like, cool, this guy's a fucking gangster, I guess.
This guy's a fucking gangster.
Yeah,
He's got a whole grip right now.
His fingers in his ass, just like deep inside, like in the mall. Have you seen that shit?
No.
Like the people at baseball games, they'll just like fuck, like in the front row stadium, or like they'll just like be fingering their ass.
Oh my
No.
gosh. I
I've seen
mean,
it, like,
movie
on
theater,
pages.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty popular. Damn.
Ooh, okay, hot take. Movie theaters hard to do.
What?
To do in a movie theater.
Oh, movie theater or in public?
Yeah.
You'd have to get
More
a
in
whole row
public.
to yourself.
Or 2 rows. Like depends. Like if you go to like
Movie theater, because you have to be quiet.
go like watch Pacific Rim.
I mean, either way, you can be quiet, but in a public setting, you know, you got people talking, you can kind of, you know, do your thing slightly. So I feel like, yeah, yeah.
honestly, just
the
do it at
need.
home. Like,
Yeah.
like
Get a
better
fucking
Can you not
bed.
just
like,
wait?
Why
Like,
make
the-
it complicated?
Hey, bathroom. Like if you have to.
Yeah, bathrooms you move. Car, not best choice, but that's what I do all these days.
All these days.
I don't have anywhere
Yeah,
to-
when you're living with your parents.
You got that motherfucking toaster out there.
the Kia.
The Kia Soul, dude.
Don't bag on the Kia, dude. It's my toaster.
Dude, Carl's the one that has the Kia Soul.
Zach got one too. The guy, yeah.
So I've always talked mad shit on Kia Souls, and just called them like gay.
Gay.
That's why I didn't look at them at all when I was buying cars. It's because I have a reputation of calling them gay. But I actually kind of like the Kia Soul. But my friend Jake bought one too, and so like now I really can't. There's no going back anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't buy a Kia Soul ever.
Oh, dude. Well, you have that sweet ass Mazda, dude. I only drive the Kia because that's the only thing I can fit shit in, but not as good. If I
You have to drive that one because you can't fit anything else.
Yeah.
Mazda, dude, I just got that thing.
Oh my god, that's
It's
such a sweet.
It's
whip.
so fun.
Oh. Drive me to skate park in that high
Yeah.
key, but you go zoom.
We'll drive. I go too fast, but I actually go like faster than I think. Like
It feels.
it has an automatic manual mode, so like there's like you shift it down to drive, right, and then there's just drive regular automatic,
Yeah.
and then if you shift it to the left a little bit, it goes into manual automatic. So I'm switching the gears, but I don't have a clutch to worry about, and I don't have to like go into neutral when I slow down.
Oh, but yeah. So you do. It's like sport mode.
Yeah, sport mode. I
Okay.
guess. I guess that's what it's called, sport mode.
Yeah, sport mode is dope as fuck.
Just makes me go faster.
Yeah.
Like there's no downside
Yeah.
other than having to like kind of listen and feel.
Yeah, you get it'll change gears when you go and redline the RPMs, and it'll shift it up to the next gear.
in
But
case I just forget or something.
no, it'll do that automatically. That's what sport mode's. You just stomp on the gas, and it's just supposed to go spike up, and then like shift gears every single time.
I haven't taken it that far.
Oh, I blew up my last Kia. I broke my engine mounts like twice doing that. It's not made to go fast.
I think maybe it's not also meant to like go all the way to the fucking red line. You're just probably supposed to change it when it gets kind of loud.
What does Kia got sport mode for then? Riddle me that. Don't put it in if it can't handle it.
Don't put it in. Man,
I tried it on this car too, my new one, which doesn't have sport mode, but I still like fucking pounded on it. Did it 4 times. That's exactly how many times I took in my last Kia, and it's still like busted the engine mounts, and it like has like a little. Sorry, let me do
Little-
like.
a little vibrate when you're just sitting still. Mine does that. That's not the engine mounts though.
Oh.
They put fresh engine mounts in there and new tires on and everything right before I bought the car.
Yeah.
So it's not engine mounts. It's like something with the exhaust. So where like when your engine like kind of revs, it gets to like a certain frequency, and then it'll be like really vibraty.
Yeah.
And then until I pass it,
Bad.
it's weird. Like so when I'm just sitting still, it'll be like like I'm just sitting there like really vibrating and really loud.
Yeah.
But then like once I start accelerating just a little bit after park, it gets really loud.
Yeah. I
all
find
my
like
mirrors should
I've
be-
always sat like at red lights. I'm just like fucking with like the gear shift. I'm just like park, reverse, neutral, drive, sport, and I'm like trying to find it, like make it shut up.
Just shifting all the gears like fucking crazy.
So like one of these will make it shut up, and then I put it back in park, and I'm like, sweet.
Were you ever confused by the cars at the park at like stoplights that like they go into like econ mode and they like shut off, and then when the light turns and they gotta go, they just step on the gas and it just like turns back on and then they go.
Yeah.
I always thought people were just sitting at lights turning their cars off. I was like, dude, are you really trying to save that much gas? Like, what the fuck? You're really gonna try and save like this much? Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, fucking.
But I was so confused by those until I like actually learned that it was like a
Have
feature.
you driven around ASU in those what are those? The Volvos, the Wayos, the little like automatic driving cars. They have the Google Map.
No,
Yeah,
things
I've
on
seen
them.
them.
Yeah, those are crazy
Those are
because like
really-
you can kind of like fuck with them a little bit.
you've been in it.
No, I've driven next to like a bunch of them though. I don't know. It's just like trippy to see because like the guy's literally not even like paying attention. Like he's just talking to like the other guy who's also testing it.
My friend sent me a application to like be one of those guys.
Oh really?
He was like, "You should try this," and I was like, "Well, I kind of like have a job right now, and also didn't have my own car to like a surefire way of getting to wherever I want." This is also why I haven't looked for a new job, is because like right now, like if I did like just not have a job, and I could just get a bike and like I could still get to work if I needed to. But now that like I have my own vehicle, like it's 100% like I own it, and like all I got to worry about is like paying like insurance on it.
By the way, I just wanted to reiterate, my Kia has lights on the speakers. You can't shit on my Kia now. Okay?
It has motherfucking RGB on the inside.
LEDs that go around the rings on the inside.
Dude, my radio like has like a blue line that goes around it.
Yeah.
Like it like flickers when I'm changing shit on it.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's kind of sweet, but it's not blue lights on the stereos.
I want to put a light kit on the bottom rail cage, dude. Like, I think that would be so sick, but apparently that's outlawed and it's only allowed for show cars in this state. So ass.
I feel like I've seen it though.
Well, okay, you can't drive
Just
around
like,
with it on,
like
but
illegal or something.
yeah, like show cars. Like, I think even on the road, like they're the only ones that can drive with it. But like, I think if you're chilling like a parking lot, you're chilling. I don't know. I don't think you'll get pulled over for it. That'd be sick though.
This is another question that like I don't know, probably would start something. But what is an opinion of people have of you that you think is wrong?
Yikes.
You got something, don't you?
I have tongues. It's like, well, when anytime anyone's like, I feel like telling people about me, it's always, yeah, she like ran away and dropped out of high school and now she's like an artist and all that. That's true, but like, I think that more the stereotype that goes with it is what I don't believe is true. Because I'm not doing meth and have not been to jail. I've never been on probation.
Congrats.
Not
Yeah.
pregnant. So there's that. What else? I mean, people have thought like they're like, oh yeah, I always thought you were gonna beat me up in the hallways because you look pissed. And I'm like, I know
Yeah, I am
lose,
now.
Like I am now, but then no. That I'm dumb because I have blonde hair. That
You're naturally blonde.
I was born naturally blonde, but every blonde turns kind of dirty blonde after a while.
That's what mine's doing.
Yeah, I'm not naturally platinum.
My hair is like.
Yep. Yeah, see, that's blonde hair. Blonde hair after about 10 years. Yeah.
Like brown.
Mm-hmm.
But with like a little
No one talks about that.
frosted tip thing that's going on.
Yeah, I fuck with it. It's fun to play
People always
with.
think I'm vegan.
You look vegan.
Always.
You do look vegan.
Yeah. Are you not?
No.
Are you not?
Love meat.
I love
Steak
meat.
salad.
Fuck.
Fucking
I just love a steak.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Garlic Parmesan. Actually, from Barrows, they're better. Garlic Parmesan wings from Buffalo is alright.
Oh, dude, they make them so ass at Fry's.
I don't even want to try them.
The only time I had
would
them
never
is
get wings from
the only
Fry's.
time I had them is when we first when I was at my old store out in Santan Valley, and then they just really got them like just started making them there. And I would make them, and I just put so much sauce on those things that they were like swimming in sauce, and they never were dry. And like those times, like I actually liked them.
I always tell
Only the garlic
Barrows,
parmesan ones. Those.
I'm like, you better fucking drown them. I want sauce
Karl.
on my fingers.
What about you?
Definitely vibe with the one that she said where like people thought that I was gonna beat them up in the hallway. Like everyone thought I was like super edgy.
Yeah, really edgy.
And, like,
And I'm like,
intimidating.
is it because I have a nose ring? Well, and also being in a Mormon school, like people always told me they were like, "Oh, you smoke weed, don't you?" And it was before I smoked weed, so I was like, "No, why do you think that?" Oh, because your Instagram is colorful. I'm like,
You know my Instagram? Oh, thank you.
yeah, I'm like, so you follow?
You look, but you don't follow.
But after a while, I was just like, all right, like, I gotta smoke weed. And then after that, someone told me they were like...
All right, well, now I gotta live up to the stereotype.
Yeah, right? And then someone told me they were like, Taylor, I feel like you don't smoke weed, the weed smokes you. I was, thanks.
You're like, yeah.
So
It
now
does.
I need to be weed for Halloween.
Well, there we go. Let's smoke to that.
Smoke to that. I smoke. The weed smokes me.
Fuck you, Mormons, for segregating me.
Yeah, what's your experience with Mormons? You've never been Mormon, so yeah.
Just growing up in Mesa, just like they're everywhere, and just like not being white also didn't really help that much, but just not being Mormon in general, like I was always outcast. Like my best friend, who I converted and now he smokes, Shout out Chase Hughes. His girlfriend, I'm not gonna dox her, but fuck her if you do figure out who she is. She like cried because like he wouldn't go on his mission, and like I like slowly like converted him from like not being, yeah, did it twice. Then they broke up and they were in college, and she was mad. Like she was like seeing him in the elevator, and she's like, oh, you didn't say hi. And she did the same thing. She was like, I want to talk. She's like, I still think you should go on your mission 2 years into college.
I can't marry you unless you go on a mission, because then our kids are doomed. Yeah, it's just annoying.
I see that shit on Instagram or like something like that. They're like, I will only date like a return missionary.
Yeah, well,
and I'm like, well, good thing I didn't like you, dude.
The prophets were like, you will only, be a happy person if you find your return missionary and get married and make a family. It's like, actually, I think, if I like buy some plane tickets and shit, just fucking vibe, I think I'll be happy. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, my manager when I left that place yelled at me for an hour, saying that I wasn't going to be successful because I wanted to be a tattoo artist. So shout out Diane.
Fuck you, Diane.
I'm fucking doing great.
Fuck you, Diane.
What a fucking bitch name.
Yeah,
Diane.
Well, she would always, every time someone came for like a job, she would like have them do a night, mildly training them, watching how they go, and every time after, do you think they were white trash?
What kind of job was this?
They did their busser job.
Oh,
or
like
waitressing, and I'm like, I think as long as they do the job, like, shit, like, that's why they're trying to get the job, probably,
yeah, if they're gonna
to fucking buy new clothes. I don't know, like.
I don't know. I never really like when I made pizzas is when we probably had the most like different people come in.
Yeah.
They would like just kind of like filter through. Like there was like the set crew and like the people that would filter through and like join in and quit and join in and quit, join and quit. Same thing happens at Fry's a lot too. With assistant managers.
That's how it is with EOS.
Our new assistant manager just quit, so
Who's that?
Liz. I don't know if you know her,
No.
but yeah, I don't think you knew her. She was after someone else, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But anyways, she just quit, but like I don't know. I saw like a lot of like types of people when I made pizzas that I thought was like kind of fucking entertaining. There was this one guy, his name was Evan, and he was just always sad. Like visually sad, always. Like he would just talk to you like, oh man, like I'm sorry, like like very apologetic, very like fuck, like like his dad always told me it was a mistake or something like that as a kid or something like that. But he was like fucking like 26 or 27, like at the time when I was like 18 or 17.
Yikes.
Whoa.
That's why.
Yeah.
Was he single?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think at one point he had a girlfriend.
Yikes.
Nice.
Or like a fiance, I think he said at one point.
So every other heartbreak after that's gonna be terrible.
But like, yeah, he was just fucking always sad. And it was like only a couple times he would come in and be happy, which would be like, I don't know, something happened with his mom and like he was like excited or something. But like, man,
His mom.
I was like, I guess if he's getting a job at like this pizza place, like he really needs it. Looking back at like working there and like the people that were way older working there, like, damn, it was kind of sad. Like if you were like really needing a job and then you found where we're working like 4 to 6 hour shifts at a time, getting like what it was minimum wage at the time was like $8.50 for an hour, and that's what we were barely getting paid.
See, I wonder, like, because I
Must've, like,
remember when I
yeah.
dropped out and then told everyone, I'm like, yeah, I'm moving to the city and I'm gonna find a job and that's how it's gonna go. They're all like, oh, good luck, like you're gonna get your GED, gonna get your. And I remember having one of the cooks that I worked with, because I worked at a restaurant, like pressing me every day, and he had his son at school pressing me about it because I was going to like an online school, but I didn't want to. I was like, there's no point in finishing, I want to leave anyways. And then I came out here and I told my manager in the interview, I was like, yeah, I dropped out because I wanted to work more, and he was just like, cool, hired. I'm like, wow, cool. I mean, obviously you have to answer the other questions right.
Same.
Like, well, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I could see a lot of the like when I went to the dropout high school after the first high school. Like, it's all the dropout kids, so they all have a certain look. They all do most of the same things, but like I wouldn't say manipulating people is so easy, but just I think if you, I don't know, there are some people that just don't have social skills, and for you. Sucks. I don't know, but like, yeah, I feel like in 10 years dropping out and like not going to college is gonna be just life. Like
People are like having opportunities already happening while in high school.
Right. Well, it's
and
like
then they're just like, well, I don't need school anymore.
Yeah,
and
before
like
college.
YouTube people, like a lot of people, YouTubers have done that. They just like became successful while in high school and they just dropped out and quit and started doing full time.
Out here. No, definitely, because like before college became popular, it was go be a welder, go be a plumber, like do the shit that we need. So
yeah, now it's
we
like
can have more
do
people.
coding.
And now it's
Fucking
like don't
code.
do that, go to college. But now everyone's like, whoa, college is a scam and ridiculously expensive. And like, if you just keep pushing people to a lower class, like under middle class, and because you don't want like an even people. Because the 1% is dominant like that, I don't know. I feel like everyone's just gonna be like, fuck the system. Because honestly, Gen Z is at the protests. Like, I don't know. It's weird to think about like that we're that old, but like they are that old now. Because your sister's in Gen Z, and like
my little sister.
Yeah, and she's thinking about things that like, partying and all that shit. Like it's now in the open.
Stop. Whatever you're doing right now, stop. It's not working.
Like my
It's not
12-year-old
cool.
brother.
But if you're trying to get fucked up, come to my house.
Yeah, we got vibes here.
And I can help. I know people. They're here. I know them.
Oh God.
Yes.
I know them. Anyways,
Vibes.
yeah.
I'm chilling.
They are.
People
They,
don't hang out anymore, dude. That's what I hate. Like
they
niggas
do that,
hanging out
though.
like on their phones. I'm like,
God, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking love this.
Too.
not to be like a boomer or anything.
That's why. That's why I wanted to keep doing in-person podcasts too, because like I don't like being online,
Yeah.
like staring at a camera. I mean, not that there's not a camera right here, but like just staring at like a camera as if I was staring at someone like in person or like whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not like the biggest fan of like this guy's podcast, but like I enjoy and I like what he's doing. I'm just like, that's not my kind of content.
Right.
There's different kind of like podcasts that, like I can relate to more when there's just like a one-on-one or like 1, 2, maybe 3 people. But I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, I was thinking that we should put it out there and like, I don't know. I feel like you want to flush this out a little more, like make this like an actual like regular thing.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I guess the past couple podcasts I've posted weekly, so maybe I'll try doing that or something and see how that feels.
Have you seen an increase?
But I also don't want to get stressed out about having to upload once a week
Yeah, that's true.
because I know that's a problem.
That's a thing, yeah.
And I don't want to have to be like, oh shit, like this thing I like doing, I got to do it.
Yeah.
I have to do it. Fuck.
Do you have you seen like an increase in viewers or no?
It's like a steady, like 1 or 2.
Yeah, see, and TikTok is weird like that too. Like one of my first like 3 videos has like 700 views, and my most recent has like 20.
Yeah, but I also don't
Like,
really like expect
alright.
it with like these really, just because like these first like 20 or so like that, like nothing's gonna happen really. It's just gonna be the consistency at which like they get posted, so that it looks like I guess the algorithm, the algorithms are just like knowing that I'm doing it more, and so it's not just like a one-off thing, and then to recommend it to more people.
It'll boost you a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do, and then it cuts you off later. But it's once you have enough, then you like start stuff like I tell people about your podcast all the time, like by like mouth.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I'm out here. I'm just like, yeah, you want to hear some stupid shit?
You want to hear?
When there's some stupid shit. That's what I like. I don't want to take this shit fucking serious.
Yeah.
Because I never take conversations serious anyways.
For like the first hour, like when we were talking, and like 30 minutes when we were here, I was kind of like conscious of like what we were saying over the
Right.
podcast. But now I'm just like
Yeah, that's how I felt the first time. Now I'm like, I'm just chilling
we're
and
just, like,
drawing.
We're just chilling, yeah.
into it. Yeah.
The first time I did this, I was like thinking about that shit too. I was like, oh, God, like, what am I going to say? what do I do? And I wrote shit down. And like, I mean, I have some stuff written down now that I actually am like expanding a lot, so I can ask a lot of like the same questions to different people to get like what their takes are. But like, dude, like this is fucking fun. I love talking to people. It was like one of the best like stress-free things I
When
can think
like
of.
you have that on your shoulder to like, if you ever see someone that you want to talk to, you just be like, "Hey, you want to be on my podcast, bro?" And then you hang out. Like it's so because like potheads, we hang out by saying, "Hey, you want to smoke?" Same thing.
Law.
It is. I met some of my greatest friends just because we're like, you smoke, I smoke, we must get along. At least a little bit.
They show up and they're like, "Oh, you meant weed." They're like, "Oh, you meant weed." Like, I smoke crack. Oh. Like, well, you can smoke crack and I can smoke weed. We can just chill. Like, I don't care. I just want to hang out.
Can you imagine? Bro, I was driving, where was it? I think, it was the fucking pull off on the 101 and the Broadway, and there was just a grill, a grocery cart full of shit, like a cooler, and it was all kind of like organized. It looked like a small like camp out, like if you saw it in the woods, like with a trailer next to it, but it was just a homeless stuff.
Homeless barbecue.
Like, I don't know where they found the barbecue.
Yo, meet me on the corner of the freeway in Broadway.
101 in Broadway.
And I got you some dogs.
And it's
Fresh
funny.
out of the trash, 48 hours old.
They're still cold.
It's funny because my
Found them at
friend,
Fry's.
my friend was homeless. He got kicked out, and so we would be like, "Party at Joe's tent," like, and we all drove out like 30 minutes from town to middle of nowhere, just this circle tent, fire, and hella drugs. That shit was, those were days.
Joe's got the drugs.
And it's like right next to a cotton farm, so everyone gets fucked up and just jumping on the cotton bales and like all that. Oh my gosh! And,
It doesn't sound fun, actually.
I mean, if you fall,
Cotton's kind of
but-
pokey a little
Yeah.
bit if you don't get all the shit out of it.
Oh, well, it's wrapped in like plastic.
Oh.
But
Yeah, you're not like actually jumping in it.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that
it's
would
like a
be
big
so
fluffy pellet.
painful. Yeah, yeah,
sweet.
yeah. Right. That's why we were all just like,
Giant
"Whoa,
fucking cotton ball.
Can we make it?
You're
Yeah, we
tripping
can."
and shit, and you're just jumping on giant cotton balls.
That's what I think. Honestly, I'm sure someone tripped out there. I don't know who, but I know somebody.
So I was like texting this guy, the same guy that gave me all those plugs. Last night when we were like trying to find some shit,
Yeah.
I was like, "Do you have anyone that you know that would be willing to let me get some tonight?" And he was like, "Nah."
No.
And I was like, "What the fuck? Aren't you supposed to like know shit? Like, aren't you a plug?"
You outing me right now?
No, not you, not
Oh.
you. It's a different guy.
Oh.
But then I hit up that guy and I was like, "Do you know anyone?" And he's just like, "No." I
No.
was like, "What do you mean?"
See,
I was like, "You have
You're the
you have
guy.
like 50 acid plugs in your goddamn Snapchat, but not another guy that will be open past 7:30 for some weed." Like, what's going on? No one's willing to like meet me in the parking lot. I can't just like slap hands with someone, give them a $5, and like we're just chilling, or
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, plugs are weird out here, first of all. I'm sorry, but where I lived, I could, any time of the night, just be like, "Hey, what's up? Need?" And it was really convenient. And out here, they all go to bed early. And, like, I get it, but I really don't. I just feel like with a police officer, you gotta do this, and, like, with the same thing, like, firefighter or teacher, like, that's just, you gotta stay up. You gotta be up with the druggies, I don't know.
you're just always ready.
Like, the Arizona vibe is like people, like, get weed, and then they smoke it, and then they get more weed when they run out. And then they smoke it and repeat, but they don't, like, stockpile, you know? Like, me and my
Okay.
friends, like, we don't smoke. Like, we blast through everything if we buy anything. And then we're like,
Yeah.
fuck, we have to wait for, like, the next deal or, like, whatever. It's, like, the next day for shit to open up, because yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys stockpile?
We don't. But we just, like, get through everything, and we're like, wow,
See,
that's
that's
fun.
my problem. But it doesn't take me a lot. I can't find anyone that can just sell me a gram. And, like, if I buy, like, an eighth, I can stretch that shit out for a couple months. It's kind of annoying. Like, I mean, there are occasions, though, that I'll say, yeah, of course I've smoked a 3-gram blunt. Like, why not? 4 blunts at once? Okay. Like, that was the
fuck it.
night of my life. Hitting past 2 blunts both ways. Oh, my gosh.
Blunts are nice, though.
Yeah, and I just smoked a backwood. That was the most recent.
Backwoods are beautiful. Get that nice Tabasco.
Tabasco.
But like the guy that I was going to, dude, like he just stopped.
They just
What?
stopped selling.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, that's the guy.
Well,
What's
see,
his
that's
face?
the only people I found out here that can get anything is right now so far is people with their cards that like just buy for themselves. Like even my trainer, I was like, bro, like I know you smoke, and he's like, well, we just can't buy a lot at once. Like they'll track us, so that's probably an issue too, maybe.
Yeah, you get like an ounce every 2 weeks, so you get 2 ounces a month essentially, and then you can divvy up that between like carts or like bud or wax.
Yeah.
And your best investment is probably wax, but carts are the next. And then if you like pre-rolls are okay. Like I like them because like they're nice, and like if I'm ever outside doing shit, I'm like I'll spark a blunt up anywhere. Enjoy.
Dude, the same guy that was like, I don't know anyone. He like gave me this like mushroom dude. So he sent me like this guy's like that sells mushrooms, like his Snapchat. And so I was like looking at his story because he uses it like a regular Snapchat story still. But I just randomly be like, "Yo, I got these like mushrooms. Like, you guys want some of these mushrooms? Like, hey, like pull up." And then he was like, "Yo, going on a shroom hike or like a mushy hike or whatever he calls them. I got 4 guys. Like, who else is in?" And I'm sitting there like, "What the fuck? Like, we're going on." What's going on?
So fun.
He's like, this Saturday, like, we're going, let's go. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, should I do? I should hit him up.
You should. That'd be your perfect time for a first trip. People that know what they're doing. And
But I work. I assuming that they would want to go in the morning, maybe, or like
Damn, get it off.
just
Yo,
call
I
out,
want this experience for
call
you.
out
Like,
tomorrow
go.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Have you tripped?
I'm gonna do it this weekend.
Oh, you
For
have
the
a
first
trip
time.
sitter?
Yeah, we're all doing it, but
That's good.
Some guys are pretty
Yeah,
experienced.
but
so
you're with
Dude,
other
who's
people.
getting it?
the homies.
The homies?
Yeah, it's for one of their birthdays. Like we're going to a place up there, and up north. And we're gonna
Lucky
have it for like 2
dog.
nights, and we're gonna bring hella shit. It's gonna be a huge party.
Yeah,
God,
definitely.
That's the dream, dude.
Honestly,
I'm pretty stoked,
definitely.
yeah.
Like, eat an eighth and then save an eighth for like 6 hours later.
Ooh, that might be, yeah. I don't know how I feel about it yet, because, like, a lot of people, like, that I know will just, like, do shrooms, and I'm like, wow, you guys do that so regularly, but then sometimes I hear people like, yeah, it'll, like, rock your world, and, like, change your perspective. I'm like, well, I don't know if I want that yet, dude.
See,
Like,
with
damn.
each, so you have your wall where it's like, okay, I'm jittery, and like I feel a lot of like I just want to breathe fast. I need to do something, like my hands, and then once you're just like, I'm on a drug, it's peak, fuck butterflies and things that aren't there.
Okay, so
and
I just
then
have to, like, tell myself to not be stupid.
you just
like-
surrender. Just keep
Like, let it
surrender.
happen.
I need to surrender.
Okay.
That's what I say. I need to surrender. I took a drug and I'm trying to fucking trip. Like, give me something cool to look at. You know, like, do something. If you're out in nature, it's awesome because it's like, well, look at the trees, okay? Like, is there a pond around here? And then...
Is that a bug? What the fuck?
Well, exactly. Like,
Is that
my
a grasshopper? Is that a motherfucking grasshopper?
he said he saw a butterfly like fly and then it like flew away and then he like turned and saw just every color of butterflies just all night. Like when he closed his eyes he could see them and like they just appear and things, you know. I see patterns and like there's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know, it's fun. But then after the come down, if you go to sleep, you wake up really tired. I like to meditate, and so I think that's where the growth is, because like I think things on shrooms that like I would think I know, my brain came up with that, but like so much sooner than I thought I'd figure it out. And it's nice. I'd like to have like a paper and like
Meditate
write.
when?
When
On
you're
the
on the
come
come down, so
Oh.
you'll
like
start
your
to
last
trip.
2 hours.
Yeah, and then you're just kind of used to it. Like you could be doing this, and the wall behind you is beautiful geometrical patterns, but like you've seen them all night. Like now you're just vibing. Yeah,
Wow.
it's very fun.
How long, like, on your first trip, like, did it take you to, like, get into it?
Oh, on shrooms, it was. Well, my friend was like, all right, we're going to watch Fear, Death, and Loathing in Las Vegas. And I'd never seen it before. He's like, oh, you'll just know. And definitely, they're driving in the car. Everything just kind of starts swirling. And I'm like, okay, so I'm blinking. I'm like, okay, am I seeing it? Because you want to see something, so you're trying to, like, decide if your brain is tricking you or not. And then you get to that one thing that you look at and you're just like, Okay. That's, yeah. Okay.
Why is the trash can moving?
Well, really,
fuck?
like, or for some people, like, I think my first time, I was like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, my skin starts melting, and I'm just like, all right, like, here we are.
Alright, thank you, I'm here.
Like, chill, because I'd never really had the jitters before, so I'm like, well, my skin's shaking, but then I just, like, zoned into the movie and got lost. I don't know, I just remember it was very colorful, and then I look up at the ceiling and it's like popcorn, so it looks like clouds just passing by, and he has LED lights, so the room's like purple and pink. Oh my gosh.
Well, imagine you try to like go in the bathroom like while like looking over and seeing yourself melting, like trying to hover over the toilet as you do, because you're one of those.
Like I have and then I had this.
She said this before. She hovers.
Oh.
Yeah, I do hover.
We asked the question. We were like, so do you like put like the paper down on the seat,
Like a squatter?
or do you just go raw cheek or what?
So those were the clouds. But this is just a painting.
Yeah.
And then those bugs flying around, they were not real. All three of us could see them.
Whoa.
Yeah, the dog was vibing. That was fun. And then this ball of light was following me all night.
That's cute.
It was weird. It was scary at first because it was just lit up the room like.
You like drew those?
Well, I tried to. Yeah.
Will you send me them? I'll put them in the video.
Yeah.
Put them in the video.
Yeah.
So you can
Can
see.
Do you tell people like what you're seeing while you're tripping,
Oh,
or do you just
definitely.
kind of like let
You just
people-
accept
No,
it for yourself.
I mean,
and then you say afterwards.
'Cause, like, I
you
feel like-
guys.
I would definitely be mouthing off.
Yeah, which is, I think, when I'm tripping, I'm like, yo, I'm seeing, like, Jesus turn into Bob Marley right now, and, like, you see that shit?
On repeat.
It's a gift.
But then,
I'm seeing gifts in real life right now, dude.
but then, you also, like, get down a rabbit hole, and you're just, like, chilling, maybe smoking a joint, and you're like, yo, is, like, the joints, like, smoke its spirit, like, leaving the joint. And it just started.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It is.
And it feels so true because everything is everything, and that's really revealed to you. So it's just, I don't know, you just see it like fade into the air, and then you're just thinking about it. You're just like, wow, like
I gotta do this shit.
air. I breathe that air, so like
I'll
the
let you know how it
spirit of the.
goes.
I gotta do this shit.
I think I'm leaning towards it, but I'm not sure if I want to do it yet.
The only thing keeping me
What's-
from
what-
doing
what
it is
are
just
you
like
thinking
the
that's-
money. I just don't want to. I just don't feel like I could spend that much money
Yeah,
on
what is it
something
for
like that.
you?
I don't know. I just like
Do you
I
not
don't
feel ready?
Like I feel like I don't want to like shake my world. Like I feel like
If you don't want it to like fuck your
yeah.
brain
I just
up.
want to have a good time. Like I don't want to have like a. I think I'm where I'm at in my life
You-
right now. I'm like I'm good.
Yeah, you don't have to have goals to do it, but a lot of people like to trip and like think about the things they want to do and then like get on that shit. It's a great motivator. That's why people microdose on them.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was gonna take like a gram maybe too
see,
if I'm feeling good.
that's and that'll keep you right at a level that's just like, and if you do need more, you'll know you need more, and then you eat more, and you just get there and you're comfy.
Yeah.
But either way, it's just the peak there's different feelings in the peak, and like whatever your body responds. Like when my friend was peaking, he thought that there was a scorpion that bit him and had a panic attack, and we had to take him to the hospital.
How much do you take?
But then an eighth. But then
Wait, so like 3.5
3.5
grams.
grams. Yeah. But like I spread it out. But then he walked out of the hospital with no shoes and was just like, "Oh, I'm chilling." Yeah, and I'm like, okay. But I could have had a bad trip on that drive. Because, like, my friend was driving, there was a dragon following our car. I thought my friend was dying in the hospital, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's terrible. Like, it's my homie, you know? Yeah.
Impressive.
But then all the time, you know, I was just sitting there, and I was like, this is a trip, and, like, whatever comes. Like, you just feel very invincible. I think any drug kind of does that, so it's just it's a more positive, like, invincible.
You're like, I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, you're
And
like,
unless
I
you're
don't,
thinking you're
there's
gonna
no,
die.
there's nothing that's gonna kill me, and, yeah.
That's
It's
a good
very,
take.
it's a humbling, I think, it's very humble.
Fuck, I gotta do this shit now.
You're not the kind of person that would have the reality shock of, like, oh, I'm a terrible person, I'm so mean, I'm a bully
Yeah.
at school, like, no, you're chilling,
Only
you're
school
working,
bullies
like,
would.
yeah, I think
School
you're
bullies would be
mentally
like,
mature
fuck,
enough
I'm like,
for it, but
I'm bullying kids at school. Like, God damn it, what am I doing with my life?
yeah. I don't know that, or
just
like
always
you're
over
not
that.
living in a basement somewhere. You're not homeless. You're not doing anything that you don't want to be doing necessarily. Like that would crush your
Oh, damn,
spirit.
you're a trip sitter. What the fuck? I feel so like I'm ready to do it now.
Yeah, same. Like, what the fuck? I'm so at peace right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, just give them to me. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what I'm doing for the next 8 hours.
On shrooms.
What?
Do the podcast on shrooms.
Fuck it. Why not,
That would
dude?
be
Like,
the
goddamn.
best
Whoa.
conversation of
Oh
your
my
life.
god, that'd be insane.
That would be a memory.
Low key, like let's do like a secret podcast.
So
like,
the next podcast that's gonna come out, I was fucking baked. I still have to edit it. I haven't looked at the video at all, but like I am so done. Like, dude, we had like a bowl, and she'd hit like twice, and I did the rest. And I was sitting here like halfway through, and like the sound left my ears. Couldn't hear shit, and I was just. Like just so sitting here like not saying a word, just listening. And I was like, holy shit, what's happening right now, dude?
Well, it's so funny because, like how his high like hits him after you smoke. Like, does it still do that?
Yeah, so it doesn't hit me while I'm smoking. It hits me after.
Is this the same for you? See, I take a hit and I'm like, cool.
yeah, I don't know. It's like depends on like how
Like,
I'm feeling. The day.
What happens to me is like after I hit, I get like saggy eyes. You know what I mean? I get like a little like feels like I have bags under my eyes. I get that immediate feeling, which lets me know like, oh, you just did. Like you just like hit this pipe or whatever I'm doing, and then like 20 minutes later, that's when I actually feel it. So like the right when I'm about to like go inside, like when I stand up from the chair, like that's when it hits me.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
because you're just like
That's
you
how I am.
leave like the little bubble that you were in. And then,
That's
Yeah.
how I am with alcohol, though. Usually I have to, like, stand up or start doing something to be like, okay.
oh yeah, I'm kind of like I don't have balance right now.
Yeah,
What the fuck happened?
I'm glad that hit. I don't know. At least I took a 8% fucking Smirnoff tall boy. I love those because I'm lightweight and they just hit me. And we were chilling in the tubes.
Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah. And we were just chilling in the tubes, and I was just like, maybe I'm just sweating it all out as I drink it, and then I stand up to go to the car, and I'm like, all right.
All right, okay.
Like, it's happening.
reality check.
God damn.
And then the drive home, I was just fucking, I was like, okay, yeah, drive, a little buzz.
Some nice titties. I like this one. I feel
Thank
like this is like a really like hippie, like you know, like
Pinterest girl vibes. No.
Well, this is probably a good time to end it, I guess. We've been going for like what,
2 hours.
2 hours 15?
2 hours.
Just about.
15. I was thinking we could do full 3. I feel like we could do.
We could
like
do
long
full
one.
for like even longer.
Yeah, I feel like we could.
I mean, we can go as
But
long
now that
as
you
you
brought
want.
it up, but
Yeah, we can go as long as you want. I've just only ever done like an hour.
Oh,
The longest one I've done is like an hour and a half.
oh, bet.
Yeah, maybe hour 45.
I like the long conversation. I think we're still chilling here. Like people can
I
skip
have to
around.
pee.
Okay, well we can keep going then. I don't care.
Yeah.
I still have more questions. I only
Oh
asked,
yeah,
like-
let's run through questions.
I
Okay.
only asked like they're kind of deep questions though.
Oh, bet.
We
Oh
ready
yeah,
for-
you didn't tell. Okay, you can have a bro fucking convo with me. Well, the question that you asked us, what's like a misconception people have about you?
Oh, I also didn't even ask the pet peeve or answer. Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah,
The
answer
pet
all those.
peeve question.
Yeah, we have to do you, dude.
What's an opinion people have you think is wrong? I think people think I'm dumb. Like, or maybe like if my family introduces me to someone, I think that they're gonna think I'm dumb. I don't know. Just the way that like my
Yeah.
family, like I don't know, we just talk and everyone's just like you're stupid or something like that, or that's just because you're a pretty face or something like that. That's just something that's just like gets thrown around, like my family, like a lot, and so I just think that everyone just thinks I'm dumb. Maybe.
Yeah,
Like when
you
I,
were definitely like mysterious. Like when I first saw you, I was like, "What is
Mysterious.
like?" Kind of intimidating because like you were tall and blonde. I was like, "God, this
he fucks. This guy
he's
totally
too sharp
fucks.
for this." I
This
was
guy
like,
totally fucks.
Fuck yeah, Chad.
Chad. I don't know. That's
but
really
then-
all I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe like
No, I don't think like I think every time you open your mouth, I'm always like, "What the fuck?" Like I don't know.
something different.
Like your train of thought is like definitely like unique.
Weird.
Yeah. No, it's fine. We're chilling.
I don't know. Maybe it depends what I look like that day. I feel like my vibe turns a lot.
At work, I could definitely like see how someone could look at you and think that you're dumb.
Because I'm wearing like...
You're just a fries
I'm
person.
wearing like... Yeah, like I work at a grocery store.
Yeah.
I guess everyone just goes like, yeah, these people are low.
Yeah.
Just everyone that works there.
They're like, oh, the deli. I used to go there with my parents. I'm like, no one gives a fuck about the deli.
No one cares where you...
Paint my nails.
Yeah, you should have brought all the colors, and I'll just let you paint mine too. Fuck yeah, I don't have to do it myself. That's why I've been putting it off. So I got a bunch of colors from Fry's.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm like, will you do mine also? Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just my left hand though. But yeah, I guess that's really all I can think of. It's like people think I'm dumb. Maybe. Well, you probably had. What did you think when you saw me for the first time? Because you know me from Fry's.
Yeah, I thought, well, you were cleaning the oven and singing.
Was that the first time or was that?
No.
No, because the
That was
first
the one-
time
the
was
first
just like a
time?
random like just. "Well, can you give me some meat,
Oh
please?"
yeah, I was like, yeah, I just need a pound of Colby cheese and a pound.
And I was
But-
probably like Colby Jack or like
I
Colby
just was
Colby.
like, you seem kind of quiet, like you keep to yourself, but like I respected that.
That's because I was like, oh, it was like a girl talking to me. Fuck, I don't want to mess this up. But like, if you show up again, that's when I'm like, okay.
When I kept showing up, what do you think?
I was like, damn, again, nice,
Nice.
nice.
So, are you guys a thing? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No,
No.
Working on it.
Homie gang.
homie gang.
Homie
Homie
gang.
gang.
Bet.
Homie
Okay.
gang.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But yeah, that's probably all I can think of for like first impressions that I think people think.
That's
I
true.
guess. I don't know, but I guess like, did I ask you guys? No, I asked you. Did I ask you guys about pet peeves or no?
Yeah, you asked us
Yeah.
about that. You didn't answer
Yeah.
that, though.
No, I didn't answer it. It's mostly like word based. I don't like the word picture. When people are referring,
hate
when
that
people are referring to pictures,
Crayon.
like, hey, let me show you this picture really fast. When people are like, can I show you a picture? I don't know. My friend Sterling did it
Oh.
growing up, and it just annoyed me. I think that's why.
Yeah.
Just like growing up, that he always did it, and I was like, say your words right. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of grammar Nazi, too. My mom has a little bit of broken English because she's Filipino. So, like, it just, like, in the bottom of my soul, I'm just like,
What is something that she says that you
cringe.
just like cringe at all the time?
shit, anything. Carlos. She calls me Carlos a lot. Like,
Is that your full name, Carlos?
No, my name's Karl with a K.
I was gonna say like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Carl with a
That
K.
trips, yeah, a lot of people up. Oh, she always mixes up like he's and she's, and like that's super annoying because like if there are boys and girls and like that she's talking about, it actually matters which one she's referring to.
She was like, I was talking to him, but it's like her.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And
Well-
my grandma always called me her kids' names, but I just knew what she meant every time. She'd call me like Brooke Carrot Taylor.
My mom would do that too, just with all my sisters. Sometimes it rarely happened to me, but just because I was the only boy, so it was easy to remember, I guess. But yeah, it was weird. My mom would always yell like Maddie Morgan or whatever, like from the other room. And since all my sisters' names, or like two of my sisters are M names, or actually all my sisters are M names. What am I talking about? Because I call my oldest sister, her name is McKenna, but I call her just Kenna, so I just assume it's a K. But
Yeah. My grandpa
Yeah,
just
hear that.
started mixing me and my brother's names up. We saw him. He's like kind of like going off the rocker, and he's got like pictures of me and Raymond in wrestling gear, like our singlets, and then also he's got a picture of me playing bass. But he was like, "Who are you? Like, you're the bass player?" And I was like, "How are they related to you?" Like, I think he thought like I was some like musician.
you were like, fuck, Grandpa. Damn, I hate this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about most in my life is forgetting.
Oh, yeah.
That's my greatest fear is just forgetting.
It's so
I
sad, dude.
like other than just like the little shit like, oh, where I put my keys or like, but like forgetting like
You don't even
fucking
know you're doing
important shit.
Yeah.
You just start forgetting what you're doing.
My great grandpa had Alzheimer's, and like it was just wild to see someone go backwards like so fast. And then like my trainer's his grandpa had Alzheimer's, and shot himself with a note saying, "I don't need anyone to like wipe my ass."
Facts.
I'd do that. If I knew I was forgetting shit and people were like, you have Alzheimer's, I'd fucking kill myself.
Yeah. On God.
No cap.
Fucking big cap in my fucking ass. Dude, if I couldn't walk, oh my God, I might actually just like ask to be killed. But now they're making
If I
bionic legs.
didn't, yeah, that is a thing.
So that's kind of cool.
Johnny Depp. Ugh.
Okay.
Not that fast. Oh,
Gotta get paid
What do
on
you-
my face right now.
no, you're
What
good.
do you think you contribute to like other people's happiness?
My friend Presley told me that she can show me anything and know I'll appreciate it just as much as her.
Yeah. I try to be that same way with all my friends too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just like I really like learning things, but so I can like make anything interesting. Like if you can teach me, like if I like run out of things to talk about, like to be funny, I'll just pick your brain and like give me your knowledge.
I've talked about like the things you've asked me just like before. You've asked me some weird shit.
Do you have older
Oh,
friends?
just like generally,
Yeah,
like
you'll
weird-
just randomly say something.
oh, the deli. Okay.
You ever sucked a dick? No.
Remember that time when you were making that phone call?
Yeah. I had like a fucking phone call, like someone called to like order some shit, and I'd like write down like all their information, and so I was like standing at a counter like on the phone, and then Karl comes down and he fucking gets on his knees right in front of me, and he starts like air sucking my dick, but really loud. He's fucking sitting there doing that, like hawking a loogie on me, and like. And then, like, apparently there was, like, some other, like, a customer at the counter that was, like, watching Karl, like, air suck my dick.
I was looking at Hudson, like, looking straight up in his eyes, and I was just like... and then, like, I turned around, and I got up, and I looked behind him, and I saw this lady, like, a little ways down the counter, like, looking, and she was on the phone, too, and her mouth was open, and her eyes was, like, wide as fuck. And I just, like, got up really quick and, like, ran into the back, and I was like, I'm out.
That's funny.
Oh, my God.
I missed the deli.
This shit's so fucking funny.
Fucking, I went to the crack den too, the crack corner, the little electrical area.
Crack corner. I remember that shit. It's actually the heroin alley.
Oh, heroin alley.
I
Okay,
don't know.
is that the name?
I don't know. It's probably just made that shit up. But there was like a kid that got hired there who was doing like heroin in the back.
I think we talked about
I
that
think
on
I told you before.
to the other podcast.
Nathan, I hope you're doing better, man. I hope you're okay.
Yeah. Oh, F. Everyone press F in the comments for
Can I get
Nathan.
an F for Nathan?
Actually, kind of no, because didn't he have like a sexual like restriction order thing?
He was like
Sex offender?
so the story of Nathan was like he got hired, he was a good employee, he just like was really doing a lot of shit and was like he was like honestly like he was a good coworker because he would just get shit done.
Wait, I thought you said he got so fucked up and like came to work so tired he couldn't like move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he stood there in a corner
Yes.
for like an hour.
Yes. And then he started hanging out with the wrong crowd. So he like got like a girlfriend with one of like he was like a girlfriend with like one of the bag girls like at the front who was under 18 because if you're a bag boy or bag girl you're under 18 because it just means you can't do any of the other jobs in the store because you have to be 18 to handle shit.
Or you're bad like me.
Yeah, or you're like, or I mean, like I know like these companies hire like a lot of like mentally handicapped people, and so like sometimes they're up there as well, like touching your shit, like putting your eggs in the bottom or something. But okay, whatever you're doing, but he like got like a girlfriend with one of the bag girls, and then it was like kind of awkward because we all knew that like they were like fucking, but like she was underage.
Was that Emily?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Emma or whatever her name is. I don't know. I don't think she works there anymore. But
Yeah.
but anyways, like once they started dating, like he started like hanging out with the wrong crowd, and then like started doing drugs, and then he got into heroin or whatever it was. I think it's heroin that like makes you super zombie like. What the fuck are you doing? Or they're just pinching.
It's a puppet.
Shadow
You're
puppets.
making shadow puppets, eh?
You come do it down here behind the chair.
Oh, yeah,
Light
it
up.
worked, yeah.
Shadow puppets. There we go. Can you do shadow puppets?
But
Maybe-
yeah,
well,
this
I'd have to
kid
be
would like either get high before going to work, or he would like go sit in the back and then like do heroin in the back of the store, and then he would like come sit at the counter and just fucking like zombie. he would like sit there like, and then like was passing out, like standing up.
Oh my god.
He would like squat down, like his legs were giving out.
What did Tim think of him?
Tim was just like,
Oh really?
just an old disappointed man.
Damn. Okay, Tim is. You know Tim?
No, which one?
Tim is like the old guy, really old guy. He's the only old dude that works there.
Fuck you, Tim. You know, you say you don't want to be an old man or an old cranky man, but you absolutely are. He does everything just to spite me. I figured that out. Like, no cap. Like, he literally just like we have beef, for no reason.
Tim,
Like-
you piece of shit.
Huh?
Tim, you piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. He's just like, oh, you fucking youngster. You know, I would throw hands with you if I was younger, but I would lose now. You're too big. And I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Why are you even bringing it up?
Like he says it like, oh, like woe is me. Except that's how he says everything.
Yeah. Oh, dude, fucking Braden is a fucking bootlicker. Okay, Tim has
Suck
this.
Tim's dick so
Bootlicker.
hard, dude.
Braden sucks everyone's dick so hard, but he had a special spot in his throat for Tim, deep in the bottom of his fucking stomach. That's where it is. Because this dude, so he grew up like with a military family, and Tim is a Vietnam vet, right?
Yeah.
That's all he ever fucking tells. He's just a classic boomer, and Braden loves this. Like, he's just like, yes, I'll do anything you want. He's like literally ordering around. Dude, I saw them. They were Tim was making friends with Braden. He was asking him about Star Wars. He got in with him. What?
What?
You know?
Fucking Braden, dude. I like the kid, but
No, I like him too.
I like Braden. He's just like, he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know some social standards.
I wish I knew the names of each coworker because I see them.
Yeah, you see him a lot, but I mean, this kid doesn't work there anymore.
Oh.
He moved stores like right around when I started seeing you show up. But do my fucking nails.
Sorry, was I being really loud? I think I was high
No.
for like a hot minute.
No.
Just went on, like,
think
huge
I-
rant. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
You need to fucking.
What color?
I don't know.
Put your hand on. Yeah.
Whatever you think would go okay.
Oh damn, you're gonna go in the orange.
Orange.
I need to get more colors. Like, I want to get a purple, and I want to get just like a classic black, and I want to get classic white. But that's just because I don't have any colors, and I need to like start getting the standard colors. But yeah, I don't know.
They're popping.
What's like something that you wish like if you could have a wish? I wrote it down. Why don't I just read it? If you could grant your family one wish, what would you be? What would it be, and why? Something you just like wished your family did, or like could better your family.
Oh.
I know this would be kind of fucking weird for you, Taylor, but
Oh my gosh. I I want to say that we could all smoke weed together. But I don't know. No religion.
if like your family just wasn't religious at all,
Yeah, I'd say no.
you like wish that for them.
Not. I wish they were more spiritual, not religious. You dig?
Okay, I
Aren't
did.
they like all Mormon?
Yeah.
I
Or
did.
like half of them?
Yeah.
Mine is.
Oh, both.
All of both sides, I'm pretty sure. Most of them, at least. Other than like my aunt, who kind of was like got into drugs. That's definitely not kosher.
Definitely.
God wouldn't like that. You'll get your plan
God
in.
wouldn't like that, no. But I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I honestly think my family's pretty funny. So maybe not like being funny, but like if your family wasn't funny, I would say like please be funny.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like-
fine, for sure.
What would I wish? I never really thought about that before I asked the question. But maybe like more open with each other. I feel like everyone kind of hid shit from everyone.
Yeah, I feel that.
We just didn't talk about anything.
Swept it right under the carpet.
Like, yeah, no one would talk about anything unless it like it directly affected everyone.
Yeah. But even then, some elephants were just not in the room.
Yeah, like
They
if,
were,
if we
but
ever
they
had
were
to
just-
move or something, like
Yeah.
we wouldn't be told about it until like a few days before moving.
And you just have to like pack up.
Yeah, and then we just have to like fucking rush to pack everything within like the next day, and then move out.
No time to like have a goodbye party.
No,
Damn.
it's always like kind of shitty like that, but you know,
Your parents like not tell you to like protect you, so that they'll be like, oh, by the way, now we're moving. So
Yeah.
you don't have to like let it build up.
yeah, they just never did.
That's kind
I remember one time
Yeah.
we got like inheritance or something like that from my grandpa for like after he died.
The one
And-
from England or wherever,
The one that like
the randomly rich one.
no he was like he used to own like a garage and like have like kind of like a lot of farmland, and so he made all his money like selling it to like the state pretty much.
Oh yeah.
For like public schooling, like right where Westwood is, like that used to be like all his land and shit. In the high school at least.
Sorry,
Ooh.
your thumb's kind of wrong, but
I
the
don't
other
care.
ones are fine.
But yeah, that's where like he got all his money pretty much, and like after that, we just like my mom got a lot of money, and then we like went to Disneyland like immediately afterwards, just because my mom like I don't know, I really didn't want to go because I figured it was just like a waste of money, and like why did we just like immediately spend all this money just to go to Disneyland? And she was like, bring a friend, and like your sisters are bringing friends too. So we're basically buying like 10 Disneyland tickets and then spending like all the time there, or basically however many seats we had in the car. Like that's how many people we had.
Yeah.
We had like an SUV, but I was like, we don't need to be going to Disneyland. Like, what the fuck is going on, guys? And then I was like, well, I guess if you're just gonna fucking go anyways, like I might as well go.
Well, how was Disneyland?
And then we got back and we had like an eviction notice like on the car, like on the door or whatever.
Oh.
And then like that's how we all found out.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was like apparently like the second one or something like that. Like my mom knew. Because you don't just like not know.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
Here you are,
Yeah, here I am.
in your own place.
My own spot. I even have a fucking podcast studio. What's going on? I'm so cool. None of my siblings have moved out, other than me. I have like 2 older sisters. I'm the first one to move out. That's why like whenever my grandparents are like, we would like some grandkids, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be the only one. Let's be honest, I'm probably gonna be the only one you're gonna be getting grandkids from, unless my little sister just all of a sudden like gets fucking pregnant or something. Don't. I know you're still listening. Don't. Stop. You're doing it right now. Stop.
She's fucking do your podcast.
Imagine.
Phone the police.
Stroke. God damn.
She said that.
Imagine if you were listening to a podcast and started jerking off in the middle of it, and then you stop listening, kind of, but then you just hear stroke.
And then they nut.
Enchanting.
This is like kind of similar to like one of the first questions, but like, what does your style say about you? Or like, what does my style say about me?
Let's do it for each other. Why? Or
Yeah, like
yeah.
Alright. Hudson,
What
your
does-
style
what does
says
my
that
style
you
say?
skate,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
you
I do take a lot of influence from skate culture.
I don't know. I'm trying to correlate your clothes because you wear a lot of different things.
My vibe
It's
changes.
like a fashionable like streetwear. Like
So-
you switch it up.
Like I change. I know what I do. Like I change. Like one day I'll look in my closet like what's clean, and then I'll be like this color. Oh, like this yellow shirt. I'm feeling like pastels today, and then I just like wear yellow and like purple shorts, and then like whatever color socks I could find, and then just like the regular shoes, whatever I wear, and then I just go to the skate park and I put on whatever color hat seems like it fits the best. Usually this blue one that I'm wearing, just because it has like a bunch of different colors on it, like all these flowers and
Yeah,
shit.
it's vibey.
I like wearing it, but
That's tight.
I think that's just what I swap to, or like whatever I'm wearing right now. and then like pants, and then just like a random t-shirt and hat.
Yeah, you are at least like always conscious because like you're never like dressed poorly.
You hear that, family? You all said I look like a fucking hippie. I don't.
Well, I mean, I didn't say you look like a hippie. Like you
I
have
don't think
something
you look
going
like
on.
a hippie.
Could be a
A
hippie.
lot of they always were just like, "What are you wearing?" or something like that. My oldest sister was always like, "What are you wearing? Like, what are your colors right now? Like, what's going on?"
What's going on? Well, sorry we don't all drive an Audi.
Yeah, sorry we all don't drive Audi's older sister. God damn it. It's not even hers. Like, I guess it's hers now, but like my grandparents gave it to her.
Oh damn, that's sweet.
I wish I could have got like an Audi when I was looking for a fucking car, but
No, can you charge
It's
it?
because she was born first.
yeah.
It needs a
Wait.
battery.
On what?
Micro USB. C. I think.
I think it's just a regular micro USB. Yeah, I can. I can find a charger sometime.
But okay.
I don't
It's
know
okay.
where though.
I just thought you'd have one on
I
hand.
don't have one in here. I would charge my phone while I'm in here.
Well,
But I think Karl, your vibe is like just chill. I don't know how else to describe. What are you doing?
I look like I'm his head.
okay. If you guys want to tune in, you can come to this part of the podcast. Her head was over my body. No baby.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I look over at you. You're staring at the screen. I look over.
He has to be like right there. Yeah. Anyways, your style is definitely
Like comfy and chill.
Yeah.
chill.
Not like
chill. You're
comfy
just, I
bad,
knew-
but like comfy.
yeah.
Like you just look like you're just
You know you're a
whatever
chill
you're gonna
person.
pick that day is just gonna be like nice.
Like
Nice.
if I needed to like ask where something was because my phone was dead or something, I'd be like that guy.
That guy. I could ask him a question and he wouldn't be pissed.
Yeah.
But I've been wearing this. I told my buddies like I'm gonna be bummed now because we just got our stim checks, and I was like I'm just gonna wear this shirt and be a bum. It's like day 3 now.
Same shirt.
Same shorts, basically same shoes.
I'm afraid of that.
Really?
I'm afraid of wearing the same thing for multiple days in a row. I feel
Well,
like I'm
look
gonna
at
get
this, dude.
called out, dude.
How's this
Yeah.
gonna get dirty?
Honestly.
It looks like it's supposed
It
to get dirty.
already looks
That's
dirty.
just- button-ups have a hard time getting
Yeah, that one looks like it's been used good.
Yeah.
Good and long.
good and long.
And that's how you
Been
know,
traveled.
like, that you don't take it off.
Just a piece of cloth I wrap around me. Yeah, so
Taylor, you like you go to, like, EDM concerts a lot.
Yeah, I feel like
well before you dyed your hair, I still thought you
Before it, when it was
So,
pink,
like-
I was like, she fucking watches a lot of anime. I bet you dig some anime and you like a lot of indie music.
Oh yeah, I see the indie music.
That's why I was like telling you about bands and shit, and you're like, I don't know. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I
shit,
don't
fuck.
know any of them.
I was like, maybe I was wrong. Never mind.
Now I listen to
Oops.
more indie music than I used to. I mean, like I kind of had a phase, but I think I went through Skrillex longer. That's just dubstep.
indies. I think indies should be like the new big thing, but like still keep it like low key.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My grandpa told me, he said, if you wanna starve, be a jazz musician. And I was like, well,
Nice.
actually, the Great Depression happened, right? Okay. Speed up time a little bit. This is not
Jazz
the
came
Great
back.
Depression. This is just like, what the fuck's going on? I hate this. Let me listen to some sad music that's like good, that like puts me in a good mood, but like I can relax.
Dude, jazz is complex as fuck. There's so much different jazz. Like whatever
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
are thinking of, like
Blues,
you don't know the tip
like
of it.
even
Yeah.
blues, I love blues, and it sucks because like I just want to, live in fucking, I don't know, Virginia. It's really popular over there, and like all those states, which is cool.
Oh yeah, okay.
But-
Out here, like in the middle of the country, no, we don't got shit going on. But like on, either
West
coast.
or East Coast.
Yeah, either coast, they do
Yeah.
have like actual like culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Right over, like, after like, maybe, like, Denver, Chicago area.
Oh,
right
yeah.
after that,
Yeah.
like, some shit, getting all the good shit.
Good shit.
Or, like, if you just go up from here, anywhere that's not Arizona,
Yeah,
maybe, like, California, Arizona. Like,
we're like a shitty Arizona, like
else.
California
like this
and
little,
Texas.
this little, like, corner sector of the U.S., like, just anywhere fucking else.
Satan's asshole. It's just nothing lives
Yeah,
here.
no one wants to
Nothing's
stand up and play music,
Yeah.
dude. We just want to sit down. It's hot.
So like rip indie music. Like no one comes here to do music ever. It sucks ass.
It does.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why, like, whenever I see concerts from, like, indie bands I'm listening to, I'm like, they're not going to come here, are they? Usually it's just like, sometimes they do, though.
Crescent Ballroom.
Yeah, they
Low
do
key
like to play
clutch.
Crescent Ballroom or the Van Buren.
Mm-hmm.
Van Buren. I've been to the Van Buren a lot more than I've been to like the Marquee.
Marquee's not that great, to be honest.
It's not that. I mean, I saw Playboy Cardi there. It was
I'll bet.
stupid. It was fun. It was fun. I almost broke my legs because like the crowd started moving in one direction. You just could not go because there's people next to you. Could not stick your legs out. So like you would just fall and hope that the weight of someone else did not bend your leg the wrong way. Yeah, shit was intense.
Nice.
God damn.
But it was fun.
I think I got into music like backwards. So when I started listening to like my own shit, not just like the stuff that my parents were like listening to, like my mom was listening to like radio pop all the time, and like my dad was just like Led Zeppelin, like Def Leppard are my favorite bands. Like that's my dad. This doesn't change it as his taste at all. But like boomers, yeah. And then like once I started listening to my own stuff, it was like it started like in like Skrillex and that kind of stuff. Like that's when I started getting into shit because it was so different from what I was like listening to before. I was like, oh yeah, I just listen to this shit when I'm like playing video games and like in the background and like I'm just so hyped and like I just play whatever. But then like I slowly started like going towards just like indie like pop music, I guess, indie pop into like rock, and like I'm starting to like, get into like more like grunge like indie shit. People are just like kind of like doing a lot of yelling. It's kind of loud and it like hypes you up.
Yeah, I feel that.
I like that. I like that shit. I mean, I started making a playlist on Spotify. It's called "Music to Pillage Villages" too. So if you guys follow see my Spotify at all,
I'll check
it's just
that
my
out.
name, Hudson Moffat, on Spotify. I mean, but I have like the one playlist that I listen to all the time is called Under the Radar, which is just like all of the indie music I ever listen to. For some reason, it has like 30 followers or something like that.
Yeah, you get followers on your playlist.
And I've just like never told anyone other than my sister, so I'm assuming maybe she just like was telling everyone that this is the best playlist in the world to listen to. But
That's true.
I've slowly been adding shit to the Pillage Villages playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not just the same
Navigating-
songs every time.
Dude, trying to find music so ass. Like,
It is.
Are you all Spotify?
YouTube and Spotify is what I use. I just like to find music at least.
Oh,
Fuck.
what?
Put my nail down on the table on
You
accident.
fucking dumbass cunt. Stupid bitch.
Orange.
The best color to accidentally be on the table. It's alright, you can't even see it really. But now I fucked up the nail.
I
God
fucked
damn.
up my nails a couple times. I'm like, what is it? I haven't had nail polish on my nails for
Dang
10
it, dude.
years.
I suck.
What?
Fucked up my nails, dude.
Oh.
Just got my nails did.
Just got my nails.
Just got my nails
You know
did.
what I'm saying?
God. I might actually listen to this podcast later.
Yeah,
I'll be like at work and be like, this is fucking funny, dude, not gonna lie. Just because it's long, and I like listening to long podcasts because it like to gets the time going.
Yeah.
Especially when I work overnight.
You do that normally?
Yeah, when I work overnight shifts, it's only podcasts until like a couple hours before I leave, and I listen to music because I can just like zone it out when I'm talking to someone.
Yeah, I meant like listening to your own.
No,
Oh, you've
never.
never.
I don't like the
Just
sound.
like when
I don't
you're
like the
editing
sound of
it.
my own voice.
Mm.
It's weird. It's kind of I don't know. I kind being like talking a lot.
You
But
can just like have your podcast be
Yeah.
us too, and you don't talk.
yeah, I just don't like hearing my voice. I don't know why, but people tell me it sounds good on the internet, and then like I hear it, I'm like,
It's clear though. It's clear and deep.
And
Like
yeah.
it's like magnetizing.
It almost sounds deeper on like that video you have on Instagram. You're like, I'm gonna be playing my song.
yeah. So I have so it's weird. I have like a talking into microphone voice, and then I have like the voice I talk with like all my friends with like outside of. My voice definitely changes, 100%. I know it does, but like yeah, if I'm just sitting here chilled, slumped, like I just have a sound that comes out of me.
How is this weed hitting you, by the way?
I don't know.
I feel like you've been pretty good. Like, I feel like I haven't really gotten high, even though I've been smoking a bunch.
Yeah, I don't feel like I took too much. It's like I hit just enough this time, where it's kind of worn off also a little bit. But
I have to go to the bathroom, but I'll go grab my battery too,
sick.
real quick.
All right,
I figure we're gonna go till your nails dry.
That's
sure.
smart.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's our
Good
timer.
20, 15
It's our
minutes.
timer. 15, 20 minutes. We'll hit around the 3-hour mark and then
Pow!
about 2:45.
Ooh. That's pretty good.
I know. It's crazy. I'm just gonna fucking suck to edit, but I mean, I was putting my hands on screen enough so I can just like skim through it until my hands are like here,
Yeah.
and then I will know that's when I need to put pictures in. But other than that, like, fuck, I'm kind of weirdly excited, but not to like listen to the previous one when I was just fucking zonked. Too much of the, it's fucking dank. Ugh. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, I'll ask Karl this when he comes back. But what do you like the most about your friends? Why are they your friends?
My friends are my friends.
I'm not
because-
saying like, tell me how cool I am. I'm saying like,
Well,
I'm just
see,
saying, you know.
all my friends, like I have my friends over here, my friends over here, my friends over here. They're about the
Your
same,
friends
but they're
all over.
different. Yeah, and like, you and like Shay, Karl, like everyone that you've introduced me to, they're all. I love them because they're chill. And like that's when I want to chill and like relax.
but that's
get
your
something.
over here friends.
Yeah,
These
well,
like
yeah,
that group
like
of friends
this
that's
is
like,
what,
oh,
yeah,
over
like,
here.
and the,
When I'm
do
in
fun
this mood,
things.
like I'll come hang out these
Yeah,
days.
go to the skate park, like whatever I want to do, and then I have my friends where it's like if I want to like, I don't know, just see. But that's the thing, like with that group of friends, I've been friends with so long. Like we used to do a bunch of stuff, but we usually make music and like do art. That's what I love. But like we also have a lot in common, all of us, and so it just like we can talk about anything, anything, like to the point of like you know how me and Shay were like joking about how our moms are like drug addicts, yeah, like that, you know, to an extent. And then I have like my friends that like EDM and like mixing and DJing and like all that kind of stuff, and like my friends that I don't know used to like always watch movies, go to Rocket Fizz, like. I don't know. You just have your regular things with each group of friends. So I think, but if they all had one thing in common, I think it's just that they're all down to earth. Yeah.
Be down to earth,
Be down to
just
earth.
in general.
In general. Be good.
I think that's
It'll
pretty
help you be
similar
good.
thing. None of my friends are too serious.
Yeah, exactly. Once I hear a girl and she's even like talking like this and like it's just like she's listening to herself like the whole time. I can't fucking stand that.
Basic white girls.
Yeah.
My
basic
little
white
sister,
girls.
what the fuck are you doing? Make new friends, please. Please let someone else influence your life. Karl from the other room. What are you doing, little sister? What are you doing, step bro? Are you stuck? Yeah. When I think of like different groups of friends, I think of like my day one friends, like the homies I grew up like through church and stuff with that we still hang out all the time, like to this day. And then I think of like my skate park homies, which is like Shay and then like Jackson and those guys.
Yeah.
And then I think of like maybe people I've met through work or like something like that, and which is like Karl, Andrew, like a couple other people. That like are so like my actual friends. I just met them through somewhere that wasn't like a thing I was doing outside of work.
Right. Yeah, coworker friends. Like when I worked at Casa, like definitely. Like, well, I mean, it was funny because like the one thing we all had in common was that we liked to party when we had our day off, and like sometimes we'd all have the same day. Well, Casa was always closed on Sunday, so we're all off, and we'd go to a party, and we'd be sitting around a bonfire and like, hey, we all work at Casa gang, like, and then take a shot, together, because like we all work together, and then we go to work, and like, I don't know, we all just worked very well together because
Casa
we were
gang.
homies. Yeah, those are the days.
What are you doing, step bro?
What are you doing, step bro? Getting stuck in everything. In the house. Getting stuck in the fridge. Getting stuck in the bathroom. Getting stuck in
Why are you under the bed?
washer.
What are you doing down there?
Stuck in the
There's
window.
nothing under there.
Stuck under the car.
Sometimes I click those videos just to see like how, or like if it's even realistic the way they were stuck. It's just like one time it was like my finger is caught in the drain.
It'd be like a horror movie, or like where they're about to get like sucked into the drain, like their hair. I'm thinking of like, I forgot what it's called.
Saw or something.
Yeah. And then she just gets like sucked in, and then just fucking Jigsaw comes up. Halloween skits are real.
It's like slowly pulling her hair towards like a chainsaw or something. And it's like the only way to get out is grow hair more faster than the chain pulls you, or like
Just
Yeah, I
takes
guess.
you like
or
totally
like
out of place.
rip
Like,
this key out of your asshole. But
use
it's
this dildo to do it.
but it's attached to your intestines, so you have to pull through your intestines first.
Jeez.
Something crazy like that.
I would rather die.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Supposed to teach you a lesson. So that's
What?
crazy. Very underrated, like, movie.
What did I ask you
Me?
before when Karl was on?
Oh,
It's right here, isn't it?
what was it? It was, what do all my friends have in common?
Something like that.
Yeah. What do all your friends have in common? What
Are
about,
we not? We're
I think
excluding
it was
weed.
like, fuck.
like, what was it specifically?
What do you like most about your friends?
Yeah.
Every single one of them are like unique. Like, if like remember that party? Like not a single person there like did something else that the other person did, except like we skated and smoked. And that was it.
That's
And
funny.
yeah, so it's hard to bring my friends together, but I like that.
See, same. Yeah, I like the different vibes that I want. Yeah.
I'm not like the biggest like group friend hangout type of person.
No,
So I feel like I have a connection with each person separately, and that I don't know if like I'm gonna say something to them, it needs to be more like talking to them
Yeah.
and less of like fucking like dicks and butts.
Dicks and
like
butts.
like the skater group. Like what the fuck is up with those guys? If you
Well,
guys are
that's-
listening, like what the fuck do you guys talk about? Like there's nothing of substance ever said with them.
they're literally retards.
It's literally like
Freak shit.
retard speak. It's literally retard speak, and all the dudes that like are in the group, they just say the gayest shit. I'm not even. They're like, make me come over and suck your cack, and I'm like, what the fuck? You guys are like, how old are you? Like 16? The fuck?
No fuck.
Why do I know you?
I mean, like, I don't know. It's nice to have like. Do your friends hang out without you? Like,
yeah.
but then you guys all hang out together.
Yeah, I see them, like,
that's
very
my
sparsely.
favorite.
Yeah. Like Hudson, like when was the last time I saw you? Like weeks ago?
Last time was at that party, like the
Like
pool party thing.
3 weeks ago. Yeah,
Two,
same
3
with
weeks
you.
ago.
And before that was like 3 months.
Yeah, it was like fucking a while.
But like every time we hang out, we're always chilling.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, those friendships are nice.
But I was always reminded of your presence because of Instagram.
Oh.
You send me all the Instagram posts,
Oh yeah. Bet.
all the Instagram posts that I can't see because of
That's how you guys know you're real friends.
I
You
don't
send
have to-
memes.
I don't have to follow the Instagram account.
Oh, that's true.
Send
Yeah.
me private memes every time. You always send me something, and I open it, and I'm like, I can't see it.
Delayed gratification.
Delayed gratification. I have to follow the account, and I'm like, was it worth it?
Is it? I hope it is.
Sometimes it's worth it. That's why I always do it, because I'm like, the one time I do it, I don't. It's like going to be fucking like the best meme I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's going to be the greatest I've ever seen.
Sitting on the toilet at like 9 o'clock, wake up with a coffee in your hand.
I'm sitting on the toilet at 1 a.m. and like naked because all I was wearing was underwear. And I'm sitting there like belly rolls for days.
Like 20 minutes done shitting, but you're just still
Yeah,
there.
I've been there for 15, but it only took me 2 to shit. I just like haven't got up. My legs are numb. I know when I get up, I'm gonna have the worst time.
Yeah, so then you're just like, well, fuck it. Why would I have to walk with a dead leg? Stay there another 10.
Dude, are you guys? You're lactose intolerant, right? Also, just like a little bit.
Yeah.
So like when I get lactose, when I have like milk and shit, like it gives me fucking diarrhea, like no bad, like nobody's business.
Really?
But not till like the next day, or like if I did it like early in the day, like till that evening. So it's weird. It has like really delayed. So maybe it's not until it like gets clear down like in there.
Yeah.
But like So my family knows, like, if I take a while in the bathroom, I'm just sitting there, like, fucking shitting. It's not like I'm just sitting there on my phone. It's like I'm in there for a reason, dude.
Wait, did I text you this today? That's so weird that you mentioned this. My mom outed me this morning because I was sitting in the bathroom just, like, doing what we're talking about. And she was like, "You're just like your dad. Like, he does the same exact thing. All he does is just stay there cooped up." And I'm like, "Yep, I'm in here looking."
I'm hiding from you, Mom.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm
This is the
just
only
like
place
here,
I can look at my memes.
yeah,
take a shit
chiefing
at
on
the
like
same time.
everything. My dad can definitely like trace us back to the boner police because he knows the name now. He's gonna figure out. Yeah. I just hide in the bathroom. Yeah, just like my brother mentioned, it smells like dank in there. He like opens the window all the way.
That's
Like,
funny. Does your dad not care?
My dad was definitely a stoner. I know that for a fact.
That's nice.
His friend told me when I got my hair dyed. So I have that against him, but he probably doesn't want me to do it.
Yeah, any parent, but once you're like 21, 22, it's just like, yeah.
Well, he said he'd still kick me out if they learned I was vaping. Like, my mom has caught me twice now, and she's not told my dad because I would definitely be gone.
Yeah.
So-
Huh. That's fun.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, still got strict parents. Just ask.
My dad is the only person that in my family that doesn't know that, like, I drink or I smoke.
Why is he should be the first person, wouldn't he?
I don't want to be the person that tells him. I would like him to find out, but like not me tell him.
Dude, crack a cold one with your dad. That's everyone.
Because my dad is like really still Mormon, so my grandparents, and so he lives with my grandparents. And my oldest sister lives with them as well. But my oldest sister knows, and my mom knows, and my sister knows, and my other sister knows. So all my family knows except my dad, and. Every once in a while, like, my older sister will hear something that he says. It'll just be like, "Oh, haha, if only he knew." Or like, something like, "Oh, well, at least he's not, like, drinking and smoking," or something like that. My sister's like, "Yeah, at least he's not."
Dude, when I go to the family reunions, like, if my dad's family ever gets together, it's all the cousins were just like, "Hey, wanna go upstairs?" Yeah. It's like, yeah, alright, we're all
Playing
together,
Uno.
like, nobody fucking knows, and it's funny, and we just chief.
Secret Uno sesh.
Yep.
No one will know about it.
All the kids are finally, they're like 3 and 6 up to, 12, and so they all play with each other. It's nice. It's like, alright, have fun. Don't need nobody watching you this time.
When your like family members are finally old enough to not be watched,
Yeah.
you don't have to be like there anymore.
They're the babysitter.
Every family gathering we've had, me and my brother go around the golf course, and like we longboard across like the golf cart track,
That sounds fun.
and it's like this big ass lake, and like there's ducks and swans, but we don't like staying inside.
Damn.
Fucking golf course? What the fuck?
Yeah, golf
Hold
course.
up, golf course?
Dude, bro, have you been to Fountain Hills Park?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really want to go back there.
That place is sick.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I want to just drive out there for fun. Just chill.
Josh's mom works at the Fountain Hills like Safeway.
Oh, bad.
Huh.
I want a longboard around there really bad.
It's really nice
I
out
want to
there.
ride my bike out there.
Ooh, facts.
There's a lot of people that ride bikes like on the road out there.
Yeah.
It's because it's like the B line or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
and so it's just like a long 2-way highway, and so people just bike it a lot for some reason.
Huh.
It's just a destination ride.
Yeah, it's like 14 miles? That's ridiculous.
With like hikes, like I don't know, this is a random thought, but like with hiking, like it has to have like a destination. I don't hike because I like to just walk. I hike because I'm like, I want to go see this cool thing or like something like that.
It's always for the view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's obvious. It's always for the destination, not the trip. It's the opposite of like driving or whatever people say all the time.
I still like the trip though. Like you still like have fun, but there's not like you obviously like.
But I know I'm
so
working
hard.
towards something.
Back to
I've
the
been like
jerking off
looking
thing.
for some hikes, and they were like, "Oh, this one's just like a loop," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't want a loop because a loop isn't like going somewhere. A loop is just like
You're just like a hamster then. At that
I'm
point.
just like walking around like a bunch of bushes.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Nice.
I like going like hiking up a mountain or something like that.
I was thinking about, I was like, I need to hike again more now because EOS is doing, like, you have to reserve a place to, like, a time to work out, apparently. Fucking bullshit.
No, you can go in there without a mask and you don't have to make a reservation.
Yeah, really?
You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but I went and I
you
was
been
like,
going?
I didn't know that was a thing, and she was like, it's fine this time, but like you have to make a reservation.
Yeah.
Where do
that's
you
fine.
go? Which location?
I go to the one on Baseline and Gilbert, but you can also go to the one on Gilbert and McKellips.
And they're not doing reservations?
Yeah, both those I know are good.
Huh.
But
Planet Fitness still hasn't opened.
Planet what?
I
Planet
don't
Fitness is
think-
gay as fuck.
Damn.
That's just
Yeah.
where I've had a membership for a long time. Because one of my
Change that.
friends was going there, and then I was like, feel bad for bumming like their
Free
like
guest pass.
their free guest pass every time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I guess I should get my own.
Yeah.
And
When
then
do
I
you
did.
When do you guys? Who's the? Do you know? Probably not. You probably don't know who works there. Probably don't really. Read the name
No,
tags.
I
No.
don't.
Damn, I need to find out.
I know, yeah. No one at this location, but like I know their faces and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. When do you guys usually go work out?
Dude, I've been trying to get a schedule going. I really like to go at nights now, but now that I have a girlfriend, that's kind of taken up. So I'm trying to like figure out some time during the day,
Yeah, early in the morning. Damn.
cause like
Well, now that the gym closes at certain times, it's annoying. Cause I used to like to go like at like 9, and now it's like closed at 10. So I'm like,
I thought it closes at 12. It closes at 12. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I know each location's a little different. It's kind of annoying.
Oh,
I
but-
ran Cooper's, the one I usually go to, but
Oh, you're out there.
well, no, I'm not. I drive out there because that's where my manager that likes me that I used to work for and all of my old coworkers, so they just usually let me in. But then this girl was like, "Oh yeah, you have to make a reservation now." I was just like, what the fuck?
I work here, bitch.
Yeah, I was like, "Do you see it?"
I'm clocking in right now.
My reservation is right here. Ayo. Then you give them an up top and you just keep going.
Yeah. So
God damn.
I don't know. Well, did we hit the 3
Yeah,
hour
yeah.
mark?
So we've
Not
been
bad.
past 3
You should
hours.
try
3
it.
hours, 2 minutes. My what?
Is your shit dry? You got some on your fingertip, your middle finger.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, right there.
That's
Yeah.
in color for you. Matches your shirt.
Thank you. That's why I picked it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, but that's gonna be fucking like probably it, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably into here.
never
Good
know.
3 hour, longest one so far.
Can you do a recap? We have mental capacity for
No,
that. I don't remember what
you
the fuck
listen
we're
to it.
talking
You recap.
about. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I don't ever remember what I listen to during podcasts half the time, so I just use it to fill the dead space.
You're welcome for wasting your
You're,
time.
you're welcome for wasting your time. If you're working right now and you're using us to just listen to while you're doing your boring job,
Hopefully you have a boner.
hopefully you have a boner.
Now you do. We're coming for you.
FBI, he's underage.
Just getting everybody for child pornography that listens to this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
This was the BPP. If you guys want to like
Big PP.
listen to us on Spotify or YouTube, we are at both of those at the Boner Police Podcast. You can find me wherever, just on every platform at Worrisome, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify. If you want my playlist, I guess.
Yeah.
Karl.
I guess I have a base page on Instagram. It's called Asuh, ASUH, Bassy Boy, BASSIBOI, no spaces. I'm gonna start posting more like music stuff on there. And my normal Instagram's Karl Kessler. Just look for it.
Sick. You'll have to send me
Yeah.
the base one, and I'll put it in.
And
Same place as always.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
tay.l0r_j0n.es.
All right, fucking
we're just gonna be
RuneScape
posting-
Or
username over here.
tay.j.art.
Motherfucking RuneScape username out here.
Got OnlyFans? Anybody? Some other shit?
Yeah, I wish.
No, but I want to say that any man out there should make an OnlyFans and beat abusive boyfriends and like sex offenders and video that shit.
On OnlyFans.
I'd pay to watch that.
Facts.
I'd pay to watch that shit too. But anyways, guys, this has been BPP.
Deuces.
See you later.
Bye.
Hello again, beautiful darlings. This is your boy, Hudson, back to greet you once again at the ending of this podcast. I appreciate you listening all the way through. If you're hearing me at this point, that means you made it. Congratulations. A little bit of a clap for you for making it through that fucking trek. I tried to stop it. I tried to stop it about halfway through, dude. He wasn't done, so I let him keep going. I try to just kind of let us keep going until I feel like it starts to slow down right around the hour mark, but we just kept going. Anyways, I appreciate you listening all the way through if you've made it this far. Make sure you guys follow the podcast, share it on whatever, and listen to it on whatever, like it or whatever you want to do. You can follow Karl on his social media. That'll be underneath the description, and you can always know where to find me. Worrisome. All my social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitch, live streaming, YouTube even. If you're probably listening to this on Spotify or YouTube, you're here, But catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Boner Plays podcast. I'll see you when I see you. And peace.